Welcome to Open Minds, Open Mic, the place to be on a Friday night. We have a special delight for you. The spirit of Marianne Taft. Her essence, her beauty. She's going through something really tough right now as a mother. Her daughter was in a motorcycle accident. So we're gonna, instead of featuring her, we're gonna send all of the healing energies that we can muster up as a powerful group of people and minds and just send that to her daughter Julia and hope she makes a wonderful recovery. And in honor of her, a few of us are also going to read some of Marianne Taft's poetry, so we still get to hear her her voice through the voices of all of you wonderful poets. So I'm gonna start off tonight with the poem I wrote many, many moons ago when the show first started, and we featured propaganda poet Beowulf himself, one of my favorite people on this planet. He just does so much for his local community, for the global community. Um, he's done so much for me, and so I wrote this for him before I even really truly knew him. And I'd actually like to write another one for you one day too, just 'cause that's how much you mean to me. And so I titled this one Human Unity. Bear paws, wolf teeth, steel blades, bone sheath, creep silent, no speak. Tonight we feast, blessed meat, greens from endless rows. Plant seeds and they shall grow old enough to know this story just goes and goes and goes. Rains fall, rivers flow, sky delivers snow. Move close, it's getting cold, but this is the path chose. Ancestral twine twists ropes, binding our minds together with hope. The future is ever changing. We've been switching lanes. Be amazing. Rearranging this reality. Convergence of our mentality. The urgency for our unity is stronger than it'll ever be. So follow me. The sounds you and me create humanity. Let's make this planet great for the future seeds to grow and blossom. This earth could be awesome if the first step we take is together as one. Thank you.
Hey, Tom, I just
Yeah,
started.
Tom.
Beautiful,
Yeah.
Thomas. I love it.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
what
the
it's all
Tom.
about.
I love
We're
it.
all one. Beautifully said, man. Beautifully said.
I was
Word.
inspired by none other than Beowulf. I love you, brother. Yeah, so coming up next, we have Miss Karen Melander-Magoon. If you would like to unmute yourself and bless us with some words, we would greatly appreciate it.
Okay. Yeah, my book fell down just when I was trying to unmute. Trying to find poems that seem to be appropriate to our meditation tonight. I lost the one that I was going to read about patience, but here is Morning Moon. The moon this morning, pale gibbous moon with ragged edges, peeking into cool dawn light, timidly wondering if she had forgotten to exit. Yet a welcome sight to me needing company on a cool, solitary morning, remembering a large, warm, round moon filling a window in another place. Our love. And this is called The Sun is Soft. The sun is soft this evening, wanting to console the world it sees, mourning, remembering, looking to its light for warmth as it fades into the west, gently and tenderly, somehow knowing to subdue its vibrant sunset and just slip away. And this is called Three Candles. Three candles, a leaf, a cat, a thought, three avenues into hope or despair. Three lights flicker briefly, moments of energy, light, life-sustaining, remembering, love lost as the light of one candle disappears, like the blink of the cat's eye, the falling of a leaf. Yet echoing in the corridors of time. That's a little sad. So I have one thing I hope is happy. I don't remember exactly how my poems all end up, but this is my last. And it's called What is Tomorrow? Where is tomorrow? Where is tomorrow when yesterday is lost? Will tomorrow be adopted for a while until she too is lost in somewhere else, an orphan between now and then? Can we return to time once spent on milk nickels in a childhood long past, where pickles too cost nickels, someone's dad gave his little boy to buy when he bought instead some chewing gum? Or something else that has disappeared in the fissures of time and childhood, chalk on the sidewalk for hopscotch, pony rides in the park, walking to school unsupervised, safe in the sunshine of a city, now lost like Brigadoon in mists of childhood, never to return with welcome weenie roasts on a beach, clams duck up with a young dad in a hat, eaten with ketchup on the kitchen table, pictures of a past now faded, smiling from ragged edges of time, some stuck on a refrigerator, some slid behind other memories, some just hiding at the bottom of a rabbit hole, waiting for another Alice to bring them back to life in someone's imagination. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Everybody,
Wow.
unmute yourselves and give it up for Karen.
Yeah, Karen, fantastic.
Yes,
And
Karen.
Karen.
Beautiful work.
excellent.
Beautiful work. Yes. Wow.
Word.
Oh, great. Thank you.
Word.
So,
Blessings to Marianne.
so see this beautiful woman down there on the screen. Tabs, we have all missed you and loved you. Welcome back. I'm so excited. I see you be doing so. I see you on Instagram here and there doing all types of stuff. Could you give us a brief how you been and then bless us with some words?
I appreciate it, Thomas. I ain't as half as busy as you are right now. 4 shows, you are killing it. For you guys that don't know me, I'm Tabs Poetry. I do workshops every other Sunday on Zoom. I also do first Thursday of the month with Word is Right. Yesterday was my first show with them. So what I do is on Sundays, we are a small group of writers supporting other writers. So we don't bring out polished pieces. We bring out pieces that we're working on. We support each other by giving each other positive critique so we can grow. We network. We just, we support each other. I'm going to give you guys a piece that I am still working on. I find myself in a way of trying to I either do too long pieces or the short pieces are too short. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to make this in a way that, because sometimes we only get 3 minutes on the mic. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to make this one hit hard, but short enough that I could fit 2 pieces in 3 minutes. So this is called right now, I'm not sure, but here we go. Here I am, Lord. Knees to a dirty floor, just trying to find myself. The clouds have darkened and the people bear loud. Chaos walks in the company of giants, but no one knows each other's name. We just nod our head in a crowd, walking the valley, sharing in the same discomfort. The men I have shared a youth with disappear into the heavens, lighting our pavement in the markings of 7-day candles. The cries of their mothers can be heard in the areas we no longer have the heart to walk through, making each memory a glimpse of their reflection. A reminder that here I shall no longer be found. For where can growth be in the view of dead flowers? Poem.
Fuck yeah.
Woo, yeah,
Yo, if you want to
Oh,
practice
yeah.
more of
right.
those 3-minute
Tabitha.
rounds,
That was
show
great.
up to the
Thank you.
Slam
Yes.
Jam on Saturdays. It's like a sparring ring. We give tips. Like we got. Oh wait, that's right. You gonna be the guest coach next week. So yeah, yeah. That's what it's about, right? Cause we there to not prove ourselves,
So,
but
so
improve
Thomas,
ourselves.
is next week or tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
Okay, making sure, because I already told Alexa, you know what I mean?
I bet. Thanks, Alexa. Yeah, share some more with us.
um, sure. We have a few people on here tonight, so I'll let somebody else rock out while I pull up my next piece so I don't take nobody's time.
All right. In that case, we got my brother, Bear Wolf, aka Propaganda Poet, aka this man is doing so much greatness for his community. I don't think half the people in here realize what the different programs that you're running, the different things doing. So if you can give us kind of a brief summary of how you're out there really making a change and then bless us with some words, I would appreciate it, brother.
Yeah, there's a lot going on, actually. But first, I want to read this Solar by Marianne. You are the solar flare that pierces the void. To cleave the ether and ignite every device, you are the halo that embraces the angel. To fill the firmament with brilliance into which even the good must squint, you are the all-seen image that arcs through every storm. But your true spectrum is visible only in the deepest ebony of your eyes, where sorrowful blue bleeds into righteous red, uncertain orange dims beside noble violet, and tentative lavender fades into hopeful green, to bathe all you regard in relentless crystalline light. I will be occasionally turning off the camera and getting up and down because I've been burning some sage since you mentioned something. So, having survived a motorcycle accident, all I can say is I wish nothing but the best, man. Like nothing but the best. Um, I know what that's like. So, but I came back from it, so I hope that she does too. So yeah, I got a lot going on. How many of you here know Elemental the Poet? I'm bringing him to San Diego to do like 3 shows. He's going to be here in like
Oh
2 or 3 weeks. He's
shit.
going to be amazing. I got Poet Rose Gold is coming in too. It's going to be a double feature. I am going to be competing at the individual solo slam in New Mexico at the Chicharo Festival in March. And then I'll be featuring in El Paso for like 3 shows. Then I think I'm doing poetry in Hawaii in June, I think, and like possibly Amsterdam and London in July. So yeah, there's some things going on. A few things are happening.
You're
So I
also
gotta
going to be
practice.
hosting open minds within the next couple months here too, because we're heading your way soon, buddy.
Yeah, and actually, to get a hold of me tomorrow. We need to chat.
Yeah, we
Um,
gotta. I need ideas for what you want the Valentine's
yeah,
show
we need
flyer
to
to look
chat a
like.
lot. Like tomorrow. Let's chat tomorrow for
Yep,
sure.
I'll hit you up tomorrow, bro.
Uh, Tonight I'm going to see Green Jello. Anyone here remember Green Jello from way back ago? Yeah.
Little pig, let me hit. Up by the hair. That's Maynard from Tool.
Yeah, I know. No. Maynard's doing that. Yeah, but the guitar player for Green Jello is the guitar player for Tool. Yes, that's how the original bass player and the guitarist met each other. They're playing for $9 at the bar 3 blocks from my house. It's gonna be amazing. So anyway, so I'm gonna do some. So I gotta practice poetry for the slam. So I'm gonna practice some poetry. Okay, here we go. Thank you for listening. Thank you for putting up with me. Thank you for encouraging my behavior. And again, nothing but love, honor, and respect out to Marianne's daughter, and um, they'll get through this. They'll get through this. Okay, so I got to practice. Here we go. I am so bad at I am poems. Because you see, I ain't nothing. Like the truth ain't nothing. Like the truth ain't nothing but the truth. I ain't nothing but a spoken word poet. Now, a few have accused me of being a teacher, and others have even gone so far as to call me friend for some reason. But I'm just a punk half-breed recovering drunk trying to hold up my own end when they tell us to hold our fire, but we can see the whites of their lies printed right there in our textbooks, framed by the red and the blue of the powers that be, the same ones that turn the letter X into a commodity and the indigenous nations into a mystery. So now from sea to shining sea, we have children who can't even cross their own hearts or dot their third eyes because they can't even recognize that their spirit is being bled into a bottle that will soon be spun for no one. And whenever I question why we're stuck in standardized testing, I'm told to mind my own P's and Q's and just keep on marching to their tune like I'm supposed to be strapping on army boots when I should be marching with a million men and women and trans folks down that historic route so we can find the story's roots before they just traded in their red coats for blue. And they have the nerve to carve their conquerors' faces in Mount Fuckmore, overlooking the spiritual significance of the incomplete Crazy Horse monument pointing towards unfinished business about ancient tribal societies when it was all about family and metaphor was reality. And we all understood that that trickster coyote, well, he might have busted some double talk, but it wasn't until the great white father showed up that everyone started speaking with forked tongue. Now, if we could just catch them young, then maybe they'd learn how to use their chromosomes like algebra and biology, where X plus X equals life and breath. Y and Y only make two things, Jack and shit. But Jack is still so obsessed with his own candlestick that he don't even recognize there ain't no trick to getting Jill up that hill, because no matter how nimble he is with his skills, he's just too damn quick to play the rabbit when the trouble hits. But I guess that's how it goes when you're forced to grow on recycled poetry and pre-owned prose like Yo MTV selling out the movement to Starbucks, spinning our straw into their gold. And since wisdom was imprisoned in old folks' homes, as children we were sleepwalking through Sega Dreamcast instead of casting our dreams into every grain of sand. So while our thumbs went numb, entire oceans spilled right through our hands. But there has got to be a way to save the day, even if the Aztecs and the Mayans say in that Atlantis kind of way that we only got a few years left. We have still got to end all this theft and relearn our ABCs and 1, 2, 3s, because once we have the propensity to see that there are far more than just 3 wise men and women and trans folks and who all just deserve to be heard, then history will finally be alive and well and living in spoken word. Thank you for listening. Thank you.
Wow, that was fucking fire, bro. I think that was one of my favorite pieces I've heard from you in quite some time, brother. That was really good. Everybody, unmute yourselves and give it up for Bear Wolf. And if
Oh
you can,
yeah, Bear.
burn a little.
Yes,
Was
That was
correct.
phenomenal.
yes.
Good. The forked tongues part was killer.
Mm-hmm. Awesome, man. Awesome.
We're
Word.
going to be reading in Hawaii, Bear. What island?
I'm not sure yet. I'm going there there's an annual conference that held by Encore about anti-racism in education, and my college is sending me there, so I get to go there, and I saved them money by getting the cheapest flight, which just happens to keep me there an extra week and a half. Oh no. And I reached out to a musician friend and a poet friend, and so it's looking like I might be putting a couple things together on the Big Island on the
That's the
Puna
place.
coast.
That's the place to be.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So
Puna.
since you saved money on the flight, does that mean your meal voucher is good and you can get some delicious fresh fish right off the beach there?
Oh, I do. Yeah, I'm working the system. Trust me. I don't know how I'm pulling it off, but I'm pulling it off, man. So, but thank you all. And since they brought it up, I just want to say really quick, and I'm sorry I don't want to take a bunch of time, but where I was 3 years ago compared to where I am today is a complete and utter life transformation that never would have happened if I hadn't found online poetry. Period. End of story. Like, I would be dead right now by my own hand, probably. But then I found Nuyo and I found a couple other spots, and people like Paul like opened up to me immediately and brought me in, and then that led me to places where I met Magus and you, Thomas, and like just poetry. And now I'm doing these things that are affecting other lives. Like, whenever someone is like, why do you do poetry? Because it fucking need to do poetry. And so thank you all for being the people who keep things alive.
Because you're
Thank
a
you.
Poe.
You're a gift to all of us, Bear. So we're fortunate, you found your path. It was always there. You just needed to wait for all that confusion to clear itself out of the way. You are in the lead, and you're not going to stop now.
Well said.
I fucking love you, man.
Well fucking said, man. So yeah, Tab, do you got one more piece for us? We gave you a little time there to scroll through. You got another piece for us?
Yeah, but now we all emotional and shit. You know what
Ah,
I'm
now you
saying?
got.
I'm like, right, though. Like now I gotta change the mood and the atmosphere.
So do you need another moment
No,
to
no, I would
find them?
expect no less from you, Tabs. I would expect no less from you. You be you, girl.
I will be
Shake it
me.
up, so just fucking do what you do, man.
So I'm in the process of writing a few new things. Like I said, some of these are shorter pieces, and then this one is a really, really long piece, right? So this piece, if I offend somebody, I'm gonna apologize ahead of time, but you'll know in the end of the poem. You know what I'm saying? So this piece, I want to use, but now it's so long that I can't use it nowhere else but like features and places like this. You know what I mean? And I try to chop it a little bit, but then it loses the seriousness of the situation. So I see Cozzy shaking his head.
Let
All
it
right,
be.
so this is, huh?
Let it be. Just let it be what it
you
wants
gotta
to
let
be.
the poem fucking speak for
Yeah,
itself. No time limits, no nothing. We want to hear it in its entirety.
So this is what it is. It's called A Letter to My Father's Friend. Please know that I have failed him on days I did not have the strength to speak of his name, nor the traumas he has caused. So it should come to no surprise that I will fail you in the same. My ways are heavy to these habits of old, and on some days, all that I have become is the woman I least want to speak of. Sleep has come scattered across someone else's sheets, and on Sundays, I miss him the most. It's now 5:22, and the morning has not yet heard song. The radiator in movement with a passing car, and that has been the only sign given to a new day. Reflections press 5 feet against my walls, but depression dares not to scream, you're better than this. The pain through my window begins to paint a picture, leaving me to question the time that it takes for the light to fill the day. I wonder why all these memories are tied to the neighborhoods I can't stop walking through. To be honest, I don't know what my mother was saying as she placed her hand in mine, gently ushering me onto the train, but the feeling never aged. She was wearing her black leather book bag, which hung right above her curvy waist, holding a bag of cuchi frito. In it, there were 2 jinetes de papas, 2 acapurias, and a morcilla, but no rice and beans. That's how I know that she was still cooking that night. The same applies to my household today. I could buy whatever to eat, but if I bought it with rice and beans, then you know that shit is dinner, right? I don't remember when it became me and my mother, undeveloped, scattered before government assistance, ass is tan. See, I peeped the spelling in the name, though my skin come light. My natives live in the traditions of our family gatherings. My mother's mother knows no translators, and in the land in which she traveled, there was no kind to our takings. 1898 was the exit marked on the highway, and believe me, there were more than 9 to a Honda. But Wednesdays, before my sister touched earth, belonged to me and my mother. She would pick up her check and take me where the seasons permitted. The movie theater on 188th Street, the zoo, the Coquito Man, a bike ride down the concourse so she could stay in shape, she would say. But this week, there were no bike rides, just a signature and a bag of goods. About 20 minutes pass as we say our goodbyes to everyone. The waitress, the cooks, the stock boy, and probably the chinero too. Customers wave by name. Because when you're the product of single hands, sitters suffer through the wages of minimum fundings. I'm gonna say that again. About 20 minutes pass as we say goodbye to everyone behind the counter. The waitress, the cook, the stock boy, and probably the chinero too. Customers wave some by name. Because when you're the product of single hands, sitters suffer through the wages of minimum funding. As we stand at the open door, waving our last goodbyes, I noticed my mother's arms tighten. With everything in movement, I didn't understand what was going on. We always kept up with the footwork, but something was different. She was even walking towards the wrong train station. I tried to look at her, but she held her eyes and kept talking really, really fast. We walk below ground. She takes out a little coin shape and cuts. I'm sorry. We walk below ground. She takes out a little coin with a cutout shape and inserts it into the moving rail. But she usually lets me do this. The thick yellow handle, too dirty to touch, she now lets me hold. We make our way down the second landing and stop at the center of the gray platform. But she keeps my hands in hers. 2 men began walking down the stairs. The thin, long lines placed beside them widened with each step. One man wore a white shirt and the other was wearing a black and gray sweater. My mother and her mothering eyes spoke of a situation absent of my height. They could have walked in either direction, but they walked towards us. The one in the white shirt tilted his head to the right, slightly giving my mother eye contact. But the man in the gray and black sweater never stops breaking eyes. His face holds mine, and I too can't stop staring. It was my father, smiling at me. His markings were not of a cape I've always known. His face discolored, his clothes bruised. The long dark trails of iron soon disappeared into the station's night. My mother, still in hand, walks me through the sliding doors, where we sit, and in a child's way I ask her, did it hit them? What? Did the train hit them? Ay, mommy. Grown men know when to move out of a train's way. I'm not sure if this was the first time a man has felt both my face and my smell, my pain and my questions. As my height began to reach turnstiles, I told myself this was just a dream, that dragons didn't really eat fathers, that men were not magicians, trains were not attics, and playgrounds did not hide children. I had to stretch my bones across the sand in search of myself and label his headstone, always and forever. As a child, he used to sing me that song, you know. My mother now clings the leaves that have taken me, and his smile. I question the relationship he could have had with my children. Tell God, I think I understand why you didn't make me a bride just to save me the embarrassment of walking in your home alone. We often fight about the whys, why. Why I never counted cows that jump over moons. I get upset with him. I get upset with him because he knows that in my stories, it's needles that erase skylines and cities that wear children. This love comes broken, but it's where we call home. So a letter to my father's friend. Please know that I have failed him on days I could not speak of his name, nor the traumas he has caused. So it should come to you as no surprise that I will fail you in the same way. There will be days when forgiveness will not sit easy. The envelope marked with your name will sometimes go unanswered. My heart is still heavy to this habit that has taken my kin, and you, man in the white shirt, have watched without change. Please know his family has never recovered. Some of us wear his face without having known him, and that hurts. So no, I cannot write. I hope when this letter finds you, it finds you in the best of. For my pen still breathes in my father's name. Respectfully, his daughter. Poem.
What the fuck, Tabby? We missed you. Thank you for that fucking piece. We
Yeah,
love you.
spectacular,
Welcome back.
Tabitha.
Welcome
Spectacular.
home. Like, oh,
Yeah.
Damn.
Thanks.
everybody
Damn.
unmute and give
Yeah.
all the love you got for Tabby.
Oh,
Thank
yeah.
you.
Tab, please don't do anything to that poem to make it the way somebody else wants it. That is
And
such a
keep that shit
beautiful
word for word. Like,
chronicle of your inner landscape. Nobody should trash that up.
Oh, thanks, Paul. That's an honor coming from you. You're a legend. You know what I mean? Big dog in the building. I thank you so much. I thank you guys for the love and support. Thank you. It's great to be back.
Mm.
That was an incredible poem. That was amazing. Thank you.
I
Thank
think
you,
you
Mom.
changed Maddie's life a little bit with that one, yo. She was fucking losing her shit over there. Like, you,
Thank you.
like the first time her hearing CP Maze, I seen the same look in her eyes. Yeah.
Mm.
Great job. Hey, what a beautiful night. All this love that we're feeling, all this healing that we're doing. Remember that it's we're sending it to Julia, Marianne's daughter, so she can make it through this tough time. Um, and we're gonna do a healing session, but we still have 2 more open mics coming up, and then we have a few people on the list to read some of Marianne's poems, so she could still be here for the future, even though she's there for her daughter. Yeah. Thank y'all so much for being here. We love you. Coming up next, I had the honor of kind of breaking out of a funk, man. I know I've spoken to a few of y'all, been wanting to freestyle and stuff, and Sophia was just like, "Yo, down, like, yeah, like, let's do this." So I sat under the trees outside and we did a tree style. Wasn't recorded, it was just for the 2 of us. I don't know, man. I think I broke out of my funk a little bit there. I think it was getting kind of cool, and yeah, and like Sophia was like, "I've been improv once or twice, but like, what? Like, you was killing it, dude. Like straight up, man. I'm looking forward to freestyling with you more. But yeah, in the meantime, could you bless us with some words? I would greatly appreciate it.
Awesome. Yeah, that was real cool. Let's see. This one is by Mary Oliver, in The Spirit of Healing. And then I have a poem of my own, In the Spirit of Healing. Okay. It's this one by Mary Oliver is titled The Real Prayers Are Not the Words, but the Attention That Comes First. The little hawk leaned sideways and tilted, rode the wind. Its eye at this distance looked like green glass. Its feet were the color of butter. Speed, obviously, was joy. But then so was the sudden slow circle it carved into the slightly silvery air, and the squaring of its shoulders, and the pulling into itself the long, sharp edged wings, and the fall into the grass where it tussled a moment like a bundle of brown leaves, and then again lifted itself into the air, that butter color clenched in order to hold a small still body, and it blew off as my mind sang out, oh, all that loose blue ring of sky, where does it go to and why? And Mary Oliver. And the poem I will read from my chapbook, Blue Struck. This is in honor of Maya. It's titled Two Birds Flew for Maya. Two birds flew away in the deep orange hue, their silhouettes a salute to the sunset. I may have met my match. I embody one, Maya the other, us flying into the beyond as they became smaller and smaller as I'm squinting until they're no more, but knowing they exist. Perhaps the flight not smoothly gliding, perhaps turbulence, perhaps trying to find a place to land before nightfall. 4 wings, 4 eyes, 4 feet, and then I remember where I am, alone, missing you and your embrace, far from you, and you don't get to experience this view. I think of you often. I want to hold your hands to fill this emptiness in order to restore a sense of justice, that there's something pure in this world. You think of me that way, you see, and the image of myself I see is sometimes distorted, like through a cracked bathroom mirror, and I must figure out this forward trajectory for the future. With your guiding voice and belief, you will not go away, and you will not falter and continue to soar to new heights with me. We will go through it and out of it together. I know, even though miles away, you'll catch me in your loving embrace. Thank you.
Wow, everybody unmute yourself and give
Yeah,
it up for
Sophia.
Falco.
Woohoo!
Sophia, yeah.
Oh,
Wonderful.
Brilliant read, Sophia.
Absolutely brilliant.
Read.
That was beautiful. Thank you.
Yeah, you kind of put me in a trance with that one. Your tone of voice is
Whoa,
so
you put
amazing.
Paul in a trance with your tone of voice? That is fucking impressive. That's like the compliment of the year right there. Like, holy shit.
But
Thank you,
Thank you so
everyone.
much for that. All right, we're gonna do this healing circle, but before we get to that, we got Kittay, the poetic cat. Kittay, if you could unmute yourself and bless us with some words, I greatly appreciate it.
Hey, I'm gonna do 2 poems. So this first one, I actually wrote February 1st, and then I finished it at 3:30 this morning. And I'm running on 0 sleep, just so everyone knows, sorry. I didn't deserve that, to find out that you've been sneaking around behind my back. Actually, right under my nose. I have been being haunted with clairaudience for months on end, almost since the beginning of our relationship. I kept hearing songs about cheating. I heard people talking about it more frequently. I heard, more than usual, mentions about OnlyFans, and finally, I noticed you growing more distant, more cold, your attitude finally starting to show, your inability to be happy for my achievements and instead take it as an attack to your ego. You could have had something real with someone who cared about you, but you would rather purchase other women's sexual content and cash app them instead of helping me out with some gas money. You offer to take them out to lunch when you've only ever taken me out on one official date and I paid it halfway. You took way more than you gave. I'm just grateful it wasn't my sanity. You offered to take nude photos for a friend, to collaborate 7 days after you took me to your sister's house and introduced me to your family the day before Thanksgiving. You told this chick things have cooled down on your end. Meanwhile, my heart was warming up, thinking I finally found someone who isn't pretend. I found all the evidence I needed right in your phone. The one you always kept turned away from me before you'd show me something. I had a feeling, and well, now I know. I confronted you, and I was met with lie after lie. I didn't deserve that. I deserve honesty and transparency. I was touched without my consent while I slept. I sure didn't deserve that one either. We had more than enough sex before I awoke one night to you playing with me. You made comments before about how you were surprised how deeply I can sleep. Now I know why. I didn't deserve my boundaries to be crossed time and time again. Although on that part, you know what? Maybe I did. Because dishonoring my boundaries made you think it's okay to push past them. I didn't deserve to lose sleep over someone who barely gave a fuck about me. I didn't deserve to be cheated on or lied to about it when I confronted you. I didn't deserve to get my heart broken again. I didn't deserve the way you constantly disrespected my emotions, the way you talked badly or down upon my passions and interests, the way you try to build everyone else up while tearing your significant other down. Day in and day out, I showed up for you and your family. I nurtured you. I helped support you while I was struggling. And you dumped dirt on me while you watered damn near every other girl's water. You watered damn near every other girl's garden. I didn't fucking deserve that. No one fucking deserves any of that. All right, the next one is an older one. I'm sorry.
Take a moment, compose yourself, and we
Yeah,
all just want to say
good.
that we love you. Thank you for being so vulnerable.
Yeah,
And you have family right here with you that loves you.
I
Look at all the
appreciate
hearts
that.
on the screen right now. We are all with you.
Oh, I appreciate you guys. Thank you. All right, so this one is an older one. I wrote this after not my last relationship, but the one before that. But it's fitting. All along, you made me think it would be me to break your heart. But in reality, you're the one who hurt me. You betrayed every aspect of trust, every boundary, every notion of a real relationship. It was all an act, a ploy for you to get what you want and use another person before you toss them to the curb. I was nothing to you, and I wish I saw it sooner. I really wish I knew how little you truly cared, but you're a better actor than I originally thought. You faked an entire relationship like I was a figment of your imagination. It was all a game to you. But my heart is broken in two. Anything I could say would never get through to you. You don't care, and you've made it clear. So why do I still shed tears? I cry because I was used like a hand-me-down toy. Unwanted, but still proves useful when you want to play. I just wish you realized that I'm a human with feelings. But I don't think you view women as humans. We are just objects for you to use and discard as you please. I hope all you've done to me comes back to you ×3. What goes around comes around. And your energy is pure toxicity. It's only a matter of time before you fuck up bad enough and have an epiphany. If it's even possible for you to recognize how you harm others. But you probably don't care. You only do so long as it benefits you. Thank you for having me here, guys. I appreciate it. I'm running on 0 sleep, and it's been an intense week, to say the least. Thank you again for having me here. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much for
Go
being
get
here,
sleep.
Kittay, and we love you. We hope that as we do this next piece, this healing piece, that we heal your heart as well, right? There's a lot of people that need healing, myself and KataLyst included, yourself. CP needs healing still. He don't even know it, but that boy got some shit that he needs to heal too. Cozzy's literally physically healing too. Faizan, I know you got some shit you need to heal from too. Whisper Poet, Samuel Rain, Paul Skiff, Principe, Tabby, like we all need to heal. And that's why I love this place. Because we're all here to heal together. If we all take a little bit of the pain, not one of us needs to fucking feel it, you know? Yeah. So thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Um, so normally I would do an introduction to our feature tonight. The beautiful, the wonderful Marianne Teft. Unfortunately, her daughter was in a motorcycle accident in St. Martin, and she's in critical condition. Um, she was airlifted to a better hospital. Marianne, I'm sure she's made it there now. I should be hearing an update from her soon, but I'm sure she's got other things to worry about. But um, yeah, so we're gonna do some covers of Marianne. I have a list out that I'm gonna put, but before we do that, I've been having some sage burning. I know Bear is in the background with some sage burning. I know we're all filled with love and light and healing energy. This ain't a prayer circle because prayer is like snail mail. We all powerful individuals that carry an energetic signature that the cosmos admires. Looking at you, Kazi. So everybody, if we can just take, let's see, it's 6:05 here my time, 8:05 Eastern. If we could just sit in silence for 5 minutes and muster up all of the look at oh Whisper got the sage going too. If we could sit in silence for 5 minutes and just muster up all the love and healing energy that we can and send it to Julia, Marianne Teft's daughter, and hope that she make it through this. I would appreciate it. Something's telling me I should ohm while we do this, so. Now I know not all of us have, you know, the best physical health or mental health, but there's a few of us that can that are strong enough to take some of this pain away from Julia. There's a few of us that can use our soul to heal Marianne's heart and to heal Julia's body. And so I just request of y'all, if you feel tough enough, take some of that for her, for them. It's just a stub toe, we'll take it. Even if it's a stub toe, you know, it's a little bit of pain left. So we love you, Marianne. We love you, Julia. We wish for a wonderful and speedy recovery. Our healing energies, our thoughts, our love goes out to that. Now we're gonna start the next session. We're gonna get to hear Marianne through the voices of the family here. So I think we're gonna go ahead and start off with my beautiful wife KataLyst over here. She ready, jumping up and down. She ready to read. So um, if y'all could real quickly, as I'm handing her the headphones, unmute yourself and just shout as loud as you can for KataLyst over here.
We love you.
Woo!
You
KataLyst.
won! Woohoo!
Hey everyone.
Yeah.
Oh, this place is much
Yeah,
nicer than where I
KataLyst.
just was in my head. So thank you guys for participating in that. That was beautiful. Thank you. It made it somewhere, so we're good. So I have a piece here by Marianne Teft. There's 5 haikus, and they're about kintsugi. I think I'm pronouncing that right. I tried my best. Kintsugi? Yes. Okay. So I'm just going to read them once, so I'll read them at a good pace so everybody can take it in. But as I read it, I realized that Marianne created a almost kintsugi out of the piece where 4 out of 5 of them are of the word kintsugi and the other one isn't. So it's like kintsugi through the poem, or I don't know. It was cool. So I'm going to share this with you. Kintsugi Haikus by Marianne Teft. Kintsugi woman, recast in golden summer, light promises love. Kintsugi lovers, reborn with brilliant stitches, sewn in broken hearts. A little rain falls into every still heart, pearly beads of joy. Kintsugi lovers, cemented with bright promise, encircling new life. Kintsugi woman, shining seam in autumn night, embraces new love.
Aw, man, that was beautiful.
Oh, that was so
Yeah.
beautiful. Thank you,
Awesome.
Kevin. Oh,
I love you guys. Thank you so much for, as Bear would say, what is it again? Putting up with my man, encouraging my behavior. Yeah, that's right.
Encouraging. Yo, thank y'all for encouraging their behavior. Because if it wasn't for this beautiful soul right here encouraging all of our behaviors, open mind wouldn't be a thing. So, yeah, thank y'all for encouraging my beautiful wife's behavior.
Okay, I think there's a couple more covers, so
Yeah,
I'll
we got a
pass
few
it
more
over to
covers.
you.
Oh, beautiful. Beautiful cat. Oh, I love it. And what beautiful poetry too, Marianne. Um, you're in our hearts. Julia's in our hearts, and everything's gonna be all right. I know we did the thing, guys. Everybody, give yourself a little pat on the back. Julia's gonna be all right. We did the thing. She's gonna heal up, make a great recovery. Yeah. So coming up next for the covers, we have the Magus, Gustav Salas, host of the Monday night Chaos Magic show here at Open Minds. Um, if y'all ain't been there yet, like y'all need to show, yeah, y'all need to show up. Magus, if you could unmute yourself and bless us with some of Marianne Tess words, I would appreciate it, brother.
Indeed. This goes out with all the love and healing to Marianne Teft and her daughter at this time of grave circumstances. It's called Natural Magic. I don't want no prestidigitation and no mumbo jumbo too. I don't want to hear you tell me, baby, that your sleight of hand can do. Keep your rabbit in your top hat, hang your cape beside the door, lock those doves inside their cage where I can't see 'em anymore. Don't play me 3-car Monty, hiding dreams in moving cups, and no hocus pocus, baby, I don't buy your royal flush. Keep your wand inside your coat sleeve and your levitation too. I know those tricks. I wrote the script. Oh yeah, one spell I need from you. Hold your charming incantations and your smooth enchantment too. I don't think you can entrance me with your Copperfield voodoo. Dazzle up, no double whammy and no devilish refrain. Just be my private wizard with that sweet legerdemain. Just your natural magic, baby. Bring it home and bring it fine. Just your natural magic, baby. Bring it slow and make it shine. Just your natural magic, baby. Ooh, 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 yeah. Just your natural magic, baby. Bring it close and make it mine. Thank you. Love you all. Love to Marianne and her daughter.
Beautiful, beautiful
Word.
addition.
That was beautiful.
Yep. Yep.
Everybody unmute yourselves and give all the love you got for the Magus, Gustav, Salas,
Well
and
done,
Marianne.
Yes,
Magus. Well
Gustav.
done. It was beautiful.
Yes,
done.
Gustav. Go ahead.
Brilliant.
Yes.
Wonderful stuff, guys. Um, I I could almost cry right now, tears of joy, knowing that if someone in the community or one of their loved ones close to them is hurt, that we can all come together and be there for them, you know, even when they're not here and they can't be here, they're here in spirit. And so I just like I could cry tears of joy right now. I fucking love y'all so much. Um, whew. Coming up next. Oh, my wife said that KataLyst like, if you go cry, I'm gonna cry. Right. All right. Coming up next, we've got my brother Nemo Sum with a another Marianne Teft piece. So Nemo, could you please unmute yourself and bless us with Marianne's words?
Hey. Yes, thank you. Marianne, parents' worst nightmare. I'm so sorry. Safe travels getting to your daughter and health and healing for her. I hope everything's okay. I am going to read Marianne's her poem, If You Had Told Me. If you had told me it would ever hurt so much to say your name, like a voice inside me crying rivers in the rain. If you had told me I would miss you like the ocean craves the shore, my shoes would still be lying there inside your kitchen door. If you had told me I would ever have to stop and read the signs, standing at the crosswalk where I stood 1,000 times. If you had told me Friday night would drown the hurt, but Monday I'd be driving past the place you used to work. You know, I've always been the kind to live inside my head, work things out in my mind, and feel them to the end. So when I took my keys to go, the hurting had been done, but then I realized our love was never gone. If you had told me that you wanted me to speak straight from the heart, knowing that the silences were always tearing us apart, if you had told me that you needed me to read between your lines, your smile would still be shining from the pillow next to mine. If you had told me all the things I didn't know, if you had told me you never wanted me to go, if you had told me we could have found another way, if you had told me I'd still be loving you today.
Wow, everybody unmute yourselves.
Wow.
Give it up for Nemo.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Great, great poem. Wow. Yeah.
Beautifully perfect. If you
Thank
had
you.
told,
It's a beautiful
Thanks,
wow.
poem.
Nemo, for putting
Yeah,
the Nemo energy into that poem.
Mm,
Yes.
and
Thank
and
you.
I do believe Whisper, did you hand pick all of these pieces and send them to everybody? So okay, everybody unmute real quick and give it up also for the Whisper Poet for like orchestrating, like picking out the perfect poems for these people to recite. Like,
Yeah, it was perfect.
wow.
Yeah.
Thank you, Whisper. Thank
That was
you.
I
that,
heard your voice in each
absolutely.
of your voices in these
Whisper.
pieces, but honestly, this was KataLyst's idea. KataLyst was the one who said we should all read her pieces.
yeah, oh man, she just threw it
KataLyst.
back at you. She
Perfect.
said, but it was
Perfect.
KataLyst's idea. But Whisper, we knew you would pull it off fucking gracefully, and we love you for that. It's been beautiful, and we still have two more Marianne Teff covers coming up for you, and then we're gonna go back into round one. And so coming up next, we've got Maddie, aka Baby. Maddie, baby. I see you doing your makeup, looking all dope. Um,
Daddy.
if you could bless us with some of Marianne's words, we would all greatly appreciate it.
I know we've done lots of ways of honoring Marianne and her daughter, but if you guys can do me this favor and we can all turn our cameras off for these poems. You can just close your eyes and listen because these are her words that Whisper picked out so well to fit today. There's a handful of them. I swim with the rays. I swim with the rays, strewing diamonds from my mouth as submarine birds flex and preen beneath me. Jeweled breath glances my body. I turn my head, metronome through the sea. With every exhalation, I draw nearer to where you lie in irons, still. You drag your anchor more quickly than I stroke. I know you're missing me. As elbow knifes the surface in staccato, unbreathing, the body that will not sink in salt plummets in acrid tears. Missing is the easy part, so I swim on and on with the rays. Spoken song number 11. Is it lost love that snarls like gale-spun snow? Or is it the frostbitten knowing that while you were wearing your heart on your sleeve, he was shredding your gown with sharp-tongued weapons? No blood was drawn because you never once raised your hand or voice to parry the blows. And lastly, how to find love. Love is not lost. Love has not stumbled on her way to you. Love has not had an accident, maybe, or run out of gas. Love has not got chatting with a friend until, oh, what time is it anyway? Love has not sat down with a stone in her shoe. Love has not lost her compass in the surf. Love is not swimming in eddies. Love is not lost. Love is just there beyond your reach. Love is the balloon that dances on the wind. Love is the expanding circle that skips away from the stone dropped into the sea. Love is the sound they say only dogs can hear. The more you reach for love, the less you hold. But keep those grasping hands in your pocket, and you no longer have pockets enough to carry all the love. There has been there all along, love is. Love is not lost. Nothing as big and wise as love can even go missing. Love knows a thing or two, all right. Love knows gimme, gimme, never gets like the mangoes in the neighbor's yard, platinum bright like a new wedding band, filling the air with cinnamon, and your hands too big to ease them. Through the mesh fence, love is. Love is not lost. No search party needed for love. You can't lose love if you try. Not really. Like your best friend when you were 6, dressing up in long skirts and church heels while your mothers rolled the dough for Sunday biscuits, playing that copycat game till someone cried, but you played it again the next day anyway. Love is. Love is not lost. This I know. You will never ever find love, and you cannot find love. You cannot find what was not lost. You can only know what is there and always has been. But wait and see. Open your eyes. Open your heart. You cannot find love, but love will know you when she sees you. Love will find you because love is not lost, and neither are you. Thank you, everybody, for letting me read those.
Wow. Everybody unmute yourself and give it up for Maddie and Marianne.
Yeah, Maddie,
Thank
spectacular
you.
read.
Thank you,
Great
Maddie.
poem. Great
Yes,
poem.
really.
And
You honor
once
her with
again,
the,
her
with
whisper
that read.
too. Like,
If I
you
speak,
did,
I'm gonna cry.
your track, like the poems you picked out for all these people to read have, like, you nailed it. Like, what a feature to have, other. That's so dope.
I
All
just
right.
I heard y'all's voices when I read those, and I Marianne wrote some amazing words. I'm gonna share screen because I want you to see this beautiful cover of her book. And I have not done this before, so please bear with me, and I may need a spot of help finding it.
Yeah, I'll help you out.
Yeah, where do I find that, Thomas?
So if you're on your computer, down at the bottom, you got mute, stop video, security participants, chat, share screen.
There we go. Thank you. It's
Yep. Now
bright
you can
green.
choose to share your entire screen or a certain window. If you want to play audio, there's a button down there that you click share with audio. So if you were to share a screen with sound, like a music or something, but you're just doing that, so just click on the window you want to share with the book cover, and then hit share screen.
It says it's disabled.
You're not a oh, I thought you were a perma co-host like Gustav. We got to get you on that thing.
Is that like
Here.
permafrost?
We did. Yeah, we did. Jess is
Perma-host.
on it. So we gotta Yeah, well, yeah. Gustav got me today, but he just popped right in. Whoa, Hey, so I made you co-host. You should be able to share screen now.
Okay.
Well, ninja. Here, Gustav jumped in for a second. Just follow.
Here we go. Share. So this is the cover of her book. It's called Full Moon Fire, Spoken Songs of Love. And I wanted you to see this. She dedicated her book to her daughter. So how do I, there we go. So thank you for letting me share that. I have 3 to read. This first one is called The One Who Weeps. By night, I stray to the man of my dreams. By day, I stay with one who dreams of me. Our souls caress, our bodies mesh. I try to forget the woman I have been, striving with all my might to own my whole life, striding from time and failed compromise. But I have miles to go before I sleep, and promises to keep, and promises to keep. Not really, like your best friend when you were 6, dressing up in long skirts and church heels, while your mothers rolled the dough for Sunday biscuits, playing that copycat game until someone cried. Oh gosh, I cross threads here. This part of love is, well, sorry, I kind of boogered that up. Okay, so that was the end of The One Who Weeps, his promises to keep and promises to keep. And then, okay, here we go. This is called Accomplice to Love. I am an accomplice to love, aiding and abetting passionate crimes and misdemeanors. Drunk and disorderly romantic, I careen around corners, park on the lawn if I want to, flick every souvenir from the windshield, take no hitchhikers to watch me unpocket the keys. I am an accomplice to love, rubber stamping alibis mouthed by miscreants. I hear the radio hail the players who writhe in mock pain, For them, no static nor disdain. They command the field that rewards the hardest hearts. I am an accomplice to love. Mission accomplice. Mission accomplished. I glance over my shoulder, pull out, and drive all night under the influence. Just scrolling back.
Thank you for that. Thank you so
I have,
much.
I love the ones you picked for yourself too. Crushed with that.
sorry, I have one more. Let me back this up. This is the title poem from the book. This is called Full Moon Fire. They say our signs don't mix. Hot sun and cool moon shadow, but we got our own tricks, and they don't know what we know. The cards say just forget it, but we're in love together. Dynamo and H2O, we're two sides of forever. Feel you rise like first light, my lips open to your kiss. Beneath a shower of moonlight, my sea drowns you in my bliss. Your torch has the power to melt my frozen heart. My tide is the elixir that tears your blaze apart. When my rain meets your flame, we take it even higher, making steam, making full moon fire. Marianne Taft.
Wow, everybody, unmute yourself and give it up for the Whisper Poet and Marianne says.
Thank you. That was great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Superb.
Wow.
Beautiful.
And once more too, to comment on the set list that you picked out for her, that was to hear those covers, like it's like that chaos magic, you know, when you hear one of your favorite poets read by another favorite poet, and the ones you chose, like you crushed it with that. Like, good job.
Thank you for saying that. They, like I said, they spoke to me, and the ones that I read spoke to my heart, and I feel like Marianne was here with us. Totally.
She was. And we're right there with her.
We love you, Marianne.
We're giving a lot of healing vibes, right? We need some strength too. It's gonna take a lot of strength, physically, mentally, emotionally, for Julia and Marianne and their whole family, and us even, to, help her through it, right? We're gonna need strength. And CP's got to ride out soon, so I readjusted the round one list and threw CP Maze on there, because CP, if you could give us some strength and help bless Julia and Marianne, everybody in here that is going through it, and taking little pieces of that struggle, and just healing and strength. Oh, I really appreciate it, brother.
Did you say me? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's been hella weird. Like, I think we've all been going through some shit this week, and to have it like really hit us with everything that happened today, I know I teared up. Like, it's real at any given moment. But this is a piece that I think a couple of people need to hear. Yeah, it was in some anthology from like early 2000s. It's called Unpaid Sabbatical. The questions are always more beautiful than the answers. And yes, I do know why I'm here. I'm here because over there seems so cliche and overrated. I'm here because free room and board beats the monthly cash needed for skeletons in closets that never paid their rent on time. I'm here because sanity is a hopeless dream used to keep our market economy alive. As a matter of fact, Doc, I'm here because sometimes God isn't. Keep your over there's, cliches, and whatever on sale sanity is in vogue this month. Me, I know God's a coward. Why else would he keep letting his children fight wars just to kill themselves senselessly in his name? Yeah, it is funny, Doc. In the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, we've become anointed, blessed, and cliched under oil while blood is being shed over land, over oil. So powerful. Still, he allows his children to kill each other. Now that I think about it, maybe we're just his favorite reality television show, Doc. Tell me, do you think he watches us live on air or just catches up on our episodes during dead time? Hell, do you think we're headed to hell for the things we do or for the things we don't do? Come on, Doc, tell me. You keep upping my dosages of lithium to keep balance out of my equations. You prescribe me pills and a potluck psychosis while you refuse to swallow your pride and prejudices like someone just reelected you president. Yeah, that is quite funny, Doc. Stop asking me why I'm here. I'm here to turn you a prophet for being the pharmaceuticals clinical prophet. Am I not? Day 14. I woke up feeling sad today, feeling human, feeling fragile. It's been really hard for me to sleep at night. Chase dreams as if they're running from me in the daylight. Doc says it's not natural to stay up for days at a time. Yesterday, he told me a lot of artists are being diagnosed as bipolar. I only wish somebody would diagnose me as being special for the love of their life or happy or amen. Last week, I averaged 5 or 6 nightmares per night, probably can be traced back to my enlistment in the Marines. I'm so tired of feeling lonely, scared, different. Nurse Austin came to give me my nighttime meds, and before I knew it, I assaulted her. I'm not sure why I did it. She's always been extremely kind to me, Doc. She's always been petite with her posh porcelain skin. She doesn't think I can hear her flushing her bulimia down the toilet after our evening meal, but I do. She doesn't know why I did it. Neither do I. 1 white pill, 2 pink, a mouthful of apple juice. Before I knew it, me, my words, my empathy were all on top of her. Staff says I assaulted her this morning. She said she forgives me and understands why I stabbed her with a dream. It was the only sharp instrument I had access to. I just want to sleep through the day. It comes so easy for everyone else. Nurse Austin, pass down log, patient 169031. While administering 8 p.m. meds, patient seemed anxious to see me. After asking me if I enjoyed the evening meal, we talked briefly on the differences between religion and spirituality. Patient suggests religion was more ritual, claims spirituality was more of a connection to the divine. Patient took his meds with a smile and confessed that he has become his after-meal ritual. After asking me if any after-meal rituals of my own, the patient began sobbing uncontrollably. Upon asking the patient what was wrong, the patient replied that we should all be committed for the false gods we pray to. For approximately 3 minutes, the patient cried the same prayer over and over while holding my hand. In between his sobs, the only phrase I could make out was, "Please, God, help us flush away our fears. Oh, Lord God, grant us strength to purge our own pain away. Feed our own spirits with something we can hold on to." Shortly after stopping, the patient became lucid. I took his vitals. Patient remained awake for the remainder of the shift, but complied as usual with the lights out call. Week 3, 3:16 p.m. Hello, Dad, are you there? Yes, son. How are you feeling today? Same old shit, just a different toilet. How's the AA steps going nowadays? You know how it is, son. It's the jobs idea. Either we work for a living, work for our debts, or work for our death, right? Yeah, you know me. Drink a beer or two before I go. It helps me swallow my pride. makes everything go down better. While I have the last eval today, so they think I should be released soon. Listen, son, try not to hold on. Your mama wants to speak to you. Hello there, mother? ¿Cómo estás? Muy bien, ¿y tú? Got jokes, I see, son. You know that's about as all of the Texas Spanglish I know. How are you holding up, Mom? I was about to ask you the same thing, baby. Same old sacrifices, they're just under a different name. Uh-huh. I hope you're not still causing problems for the staff, are you? But of course, the day before yesterday, I overheard one of them having phone sex during lights out. So, during my next group therapy session, I admitted to everyone doing therapy how much of a sex addict I am. Son, you didn't. Told them how my withdrawal symptoms were getting out of control. See, that's why they think when they asked me how so, I recreated everything I heard 2 nights before, but made it seem like it was me on the phone. It was quite entertaining. Playing with people is what got you there in the first place. Listen, coming out of the Marine Corps, your dad and I both knew that the bad nightmares were going to get worse. But that is no excuse, mister, for taking every chance you get to poke fun at The Walking Dead. I know, Mom, I'm sorry, but it's just so much fun. I can't do anything with you, can I? Here's your dad. Love you too, Mom. All right, son. We both know there's nothing wrong with you. So do us a favor and play just crazy enough to make them believe that you're sane. I will. You know I'm proud of you, right? You know I'm proud of you, right? Yeah, Pops, I know. I got to get ready and go. Son, remember that we love you. I love you too. And please don't be a prick. Play just enough crazy to make them folks believe you're sane. Only if you promise me that we'll throw back one more beer if I get there. Day 28, outpatient review. So, Doc, you know that I still believe questions are more beautiful than the answers. You're right. There is something different about me. I came here believing that I was invincible. I came here believing that I had the power to change the world. There was no dream too big to chase, but I've grown a bit since I am committed here. You helped me work through my feelings and insecurities, taught me that some of the best coping mechanisms for depression are finding positive outlets for my thoughts to be channeled through. Yeah, I know, Doc. Sometimes poetry just won't cut it. That's why I'm looking to pick up some more prestigious hobbies beneficial to my community, something more respected like shopping or gay bashing or lobbying for stricter border laws, you know, something God, core, and country would be proud of. Yeah, I've learned a lot here, Doc. I feel better about myself, you know, and I know when the time comes that I won't doubt that there will always be prescription refills, just a visit and a phone call away. Well, I know this is our last time in-house session and I'll make sure you keep that promise you made next week. Me and you, we will discuss my fear of the masses having it all wrong, Doc. My fear that the devil may be the one who owns our souls, and if so, I think God might be the one trying to bribe it back. Thanks for everything, Doc. Farewell and free will. Thank y'all.
Yo, thank you for the strength. Everybody, unmute yourself and give it up for CP, man.
Yeah, CP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love,
Hey.
love, love.
Yeah.
Appreciate you.
Wow, wow. Absolutely amazing. Phenomenally phenomenal, man. Wow.
That was that
Um,
strength we needed, man. We got the healing, we got the strength. Whisper Poet. You know, we have other people in the room that need healing too, and one of them is our good friend Kittay. And you got something to say to her? Help heal her a bit.
So I don't know if this is healing. I woke up on the wrong side of the bed this morning, kind of pissed off about a betrayal. And I wrote a poem about it. It's called Ghost Bitch. And hearing Kittay speak so eloquently earlier, it made me feel a lot of empathy for what she's going on. So Kittay, if you're there, this is for you. This is Ghost Bitch. I threw myself awake to commemorate the death of my avatar. Had coffee with the shadows of my former friends and raged at the mourning of the empty chairs. Only the organ dirge marked my passing as I filled my casket with your indifference and shoehorned myself into the framework of your deliberate lack of understanding. You were everything except even-handing. Miss Universe couldn't have parade waved more poignantly than you, but no one saw the backside of your pageant dress hypocrisy, bald patches with no sequins, and a moral compass gone awry. The shovel of your disregard bit deep into the fertile dirt of your arrogance. You buried me dead and gone, turned your back on the clack of the latch, and left me graveyard snatched. I may be shade now and forgotten, but you will not ignore it when my chains rattle your bones and turn your crosses to cages of ghostly arrest. Patience wears a grim smile from the cool dark of the grave.
Whisper. Yeah.
So I have a happy one too, because I always got to balance it out a little. This is called Bubble Drunk. I can get it to come on now, computer. What is going on? Here we go. All right, Bubble Drunk. In this hot tub tonight, bubbles of happiness fill my heart. Giggles bubble up in my spirit while the bubbles tickle me in places where it's fun to feel it. They make me float like I'm high on fizzy lifting drink. I'm going to soak my skin in your touch until my desire bubbles over and lifts me up. I need you to fill me up with your everything. Make me hotter than an 8-quart crock pot, the heat of our people pot, making our love bubble thick and hot. I hold that heat in my heart. It spreads low, lower, go lower, to the place where you make me bubble. Bubble, bubble, toil and trouble. I'm under your spell in this pool of our love. I want you to feel me, every place alive and wanting every part of you. Naked in the bubbles, we discover our bliss when you bite my lip in the steamy glow while the bubbles flow. Grab my hips, make me flip and dip in slippery grip. I laugh as the bubbles squish between us. And I hope you know how in love I am and how happy it makes me to be naked with you and drunk on your bubbles.
Your end lines and your titles are so on point. I love you.
Wow.
Everybody, unmute yourself and give it up for the Whisper Poet.
I am.
And
Yeah,
Whisper,
Whisper. Yeah.
what we got going on Tuesday?
So this Tuesday, I am really, really excited to share. I will be having a fantastic conversation with Shaki G. So if you can be free at 5 p.m. Eastern time on Tuesday, please come by to this Zoom room and take a seat, have a cup of coffee, and watch the conversation. And if you can't, in lieu of flowers, yes, that's her book. Yay, Magus. We're on YouTube, The Heart of the Artist 143, which someone informed me today is the numerology number of I love you. And I didn't know that. And someone told it to me and I said, KataLyst knows. That's why she did that.
Yeah. Of course. And we love it. And what else do you have going on? Not just the Heart of the Arts, but you have stuff going on with all types of people. What's going on?
I do. So I have something kind of unusual on Monday night at 9 p.m. on the Word is Right platform. I will be hosting a new show called Kink Talk, and it will be a panel discussion on alternative lifestyles, BDSM, polyamory, and all of those interesting things. And so that will be the first and third Mondays. The second and fourth will be the Moist Monday erotic open mic. But King Talk will be this coming Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern, and that is on the Word is Right platform. And I have that poster on my profile in Instagram. So hope y'all will drop by and check that out. Thank you.
Definitely. Yo, Whisper Folk, we love you. We love everything you do. You're an amazing, radiant soul. And thank you for being my sister. You're part of my family, and I just love you. All right. So coming up next, we've got another part of my family who've been around since the beginning. Principe Jr. If if you could unmute yourself and bless us with some words, I would greatly appreciate it. Uh, Principe.
One moment.
Oh, okay, I didn't know if you were talking and we just couldn't hear you, or if you're okay.
I'll be reading two poems tonight. The first poem is called The Other Side of Fear. There's a rising sensation crawling in my chest. I sit there for a while. Like a lion seeking out his prey, my mind goes wild as if I saw the prettiest woman in the room. Buckets of nervousness swelled up in my smooth brown chest. My body quivers and shivers as if I swam in cold water. These eyes of mine gaze at the precipice of fear. My heart pulsating faster than blood flowing in my bony body, trying to be mighty against the rolling wave of fear, spurred up year after year by seeds becoming plants. My hand bear the weight still. It's my free will to fight fear. I'm sorry. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I carried you for too long. Don't want my mind to be gone. I'd rather be alive to dive in a pool of possibilities. Living in my head for too damn long. Got to get off the sidelines to push through fear. No rewind. This new beginnings. This next poem is untitled right now. At the moment, I desire the sweetest of love from a delicate dove, giving me tender joy in the everlasting of her sensuality, making our reality, turning it into our reality. Her body was the slinkest of them all after the pennies fell. I desired my dream to be achieved. Desire and will of the team that retrieve my goals. I desire to hear heaven mirrored as an angelic voice from her, a voice smoothing to my ear. Watery tears will fall at her morning. I desire to be more to invocation of her spirit. All of this I desire. Poem.
Wow, Principe, yo, that second one was deep. Everybody unmute yourself and give it up for the man himself, Principe Jr.
Yeah, Principe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
Definitely, man. All right, coming up next, we've got Nemo Sum. Nemo, how you doing? I love you. You got some words to bless us with?
Yes, I do. It's wonderful to be here. Thank you, everyone. It's been really cool. It's a real honor to read Marianne's piece. She's an amazing writer. So, I have an interweaving of 6 micropoems. Every mistake, an ember glowing red on red, heat building until, behold, the garbage phoenix rises. Every failure a feather, spread across the sky like the sunset when there's a storm coming. How can you love a tempest? How can you be tender in howling winds? How long can you stand in the driving rain before you have to retreat to the comfort of your true home, far away from the storm? I shake my tiny fists at the sky, but the thunder isn't listening, and the rain doesn't care. Turning the corner on a familiar street, I encountered myself when I was just a boy, walking headlong into the storm. And I wanted to shout some warning, share some wisdom that would spare him from the wind that batters with words. But I never did learn how to dodge a lightning bolt. And this charred heart doesn't hold any answers. I only survived the ordeal. I never mastered it. So I watched him go alone and unprepared into the rain. As I stood silently, twisting tragedy into verses he'll write someday. Do you howl back at the wind? Do you scream into the peals of thunder? Do you let your rage drive like rain? She wanted me to fear the storm, as if I didn't speak to the thunder, as if there wasn't lightning in my eyes. It is I who split the sky. Thank you.
Oh, Nemo.
Awesome.
As always, everybody unmute yourself and give it up for the architect, the programmer of words, intensity, my boy Nemo Sum.
Yeah,
Nemo.
Nemo.
Yeah.
You're
Oh,
the
yeah.
It's Nemo.
Brilliant.
Yeah, always got that
Outstanding.
beautiful fire, man. Wow.
Garbage Phoenix Resurgent.
Absolutely. Thank you.
So Nemo, were you born with the name Nemo, or is it Omen backwards and it's a deliberate writer's name? Or did I just blow up your whole spot?
There is a long story behind the name, but no, I was not born with it. Unless I was, right?
You know what?
I know his secret identity.
I believe you can be born after you're alive. I've been reborn many a times in this physical body even.
His real name is Snuffleupagus. Snuffleupagus.
Snuffleupagus McChicken Nuggets over here. Give it up for Snuffleupagus.
It's the last time I tell you anything, CP.
He didn't say though. He just said he knew it. Yo, so at my best friend's, you're at my best friend's funeral. His brother Caden goes up, right, and says, man, BJ was a good guy. He would keep a secret and take it to the grave. Now that he's dead, I could tell you some of his. Bro, everyone was like, what? Like, nah, I'm just playing. I ain't even playing. They walked up, bro. He was like, yeah. They totally fucking broke the room with that one, man. It was dope. That's one of those mic drops, man. Just like you got with it, bro. All right, coming up next, we got Paul Skiff. Paul, I love you. The Skiff first. You truly are the Jedi Master. I'm so excited to hit the road here soon. Um, yeah, yeah, you gonna get a little open minds pulling up to your door, knocking on it one day.
Since I just want to share this with the people who are here right now, could I ask you to turn the recording?
Of
You
course,
don't mind?
my brother. Yeah.
Yeah, Paul. Wow. Oh my God.
So for those of you
Wow, Paul.
On a pilgrimage to euphoria.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all should have
Yeah.
been here. If
Yeah.
you tuned in, you missed it.
So for those of you watching, the last poet decided to just make it for whatever reason, and that's his right to not record that piece. But for anyone who ever has a chance in the future to understand that there's this poet out there in the world, his name is Paul Skiff. Work is so valuable that I think you need to earn it off the page, or you need to be there where he's alive, breathing the air you are, and then give room for your mind to expand and basically, there's writing and there's poetry, but then there's sacred sharing, and then there's the gift of taking that and blowing it up inside of a craft of writing. I just can't. I just love this
I
man
have
and
to
all.
rewatch that and look up some of the descriptor words
You
he
can't
was
rewatch
using
it.
in
It's
it.
not
Can't
recorded.
rewatch it,
Oh,
baby.
that's
That's the
right.
beauty.
Oh,
That's the
fuck.
beauty.
See, that's what I
I'm like,
just
I need
said.
to. Yeah, that's
You
right.
just
Fuck.
got you.
It was
You
so
will be able to
amazing.
watch it the next time you're here and he's here and we're here.
Yeah, if we get him to
So just
spread.
be here and watch that.
Yeah.
So thank
Well,
you,
I'm
Paul.
here every Friday, and
Oh yeah,
Paul's
you
here
are. We're
most
good.
Fridays. So,
Thank you,
Paul, that
Paul.
was amazing. Thank you so much for that piece, dude. And I love that you made the decision to not record it, and it's not because it was like a vulgar poem or like it was just to share with us in the room, like you said. You're like, this is for y'all, like, because you're surrounded by like poets and family, and like you were like, I want to share this piece with you guys.
We're all on this pilgrimage to the better parts of ourself, and you don't know that until you're on that pilgrimage, and
Yes,
you might
sir.
as well be talking in Martian to people
Yes,
who are.
sir.
Anybody who's, I was just using an analogy. Anybody who's ever dropped LSD and tried to talk to a normal person, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thanks so much for your generous listening. I know I taxed the clock on that, but I felt like
Yo, it was worth
people
it.
were
I don't
ready.
think
People were
anyone in
ready.
this room minds, bro. Like,
That is the very definition of being on Indian time. What
yeah.
happened had to happen, so it happened, and now it's done.
Thank you for
And
that.
that's what Open Minds is all about. And in fact, with that being said, too, once this is done, like I'm gonna go until we go until I'm tired, and then I'm gonna make co-hosts in the room. And it's now Open Minds, Open Mic, Open Room. We did it last Friday, and I think everyone hung out. Cece, you were there, right? And I think Zach and Maddie and a few, y'all hung out till like I was asleep. You guys were still in the room. I was passed out in the bedroom, and y'all was still hanging out reading poetry. So every Friday now we're gonna do Open Minds, Open Mic, Open Room. Well, we'll make people co-hosts because you have to allow them in. So whoever's left, I'll make co-hosts, and as people come in, make them co-hosts. So if you leave, they can add people, and it'll just be open until the Slam Jam, I guess. So we got to kick out, or y'all can just join the Slam Jam then. But sure, y'all pass out. But anyways, yeah, I had to say that because that's what we gonna start doing now.
Yeah, Thomas. So whoever you make the open
thing, that person, when that person says, I'm done, that would end it too, because you can't switch and make another person who stays, which is fine. I just make that a heads up. So
Oh,
that
no, I think
whoever
the
you do,
co-host can
whoever,
make a host, can't they?
I
Yeah,
don't
the
know,
co-host can
co-host.
make people.
Can the co-host make another
Magus,
person a co-host?
Magus, can you make CC co-host?
If you did, could I make another person co-host? If there was no one else there?
Yeah, because I got to figure out how to like
No,
allow them in.
we got it. We got a nay on that, which is
Yeah,
fine because it goes till it goes. You know, if it
it
lasts
goes
10
to
minutes,
the last man standing. Yeah.
yeah,
Or
it's
my
all
wife's
good.
usually up working, doing stuff, and she's making flyers and like promotions and clothes and all this stuff. So like, she works the night shift. So if anything, if she hears a ding ding, she'll flip over and let the
Oh,
next person
okay.
in.
Yeah, okay.
There you go. She'll do her best.
KataLyst, are you there?
Yeah, she's ready.
No, it's all good. If it lasts 10 minutes, 10 hours, whatever, it's all good. It was
Exactly, right?
fun. It was different. It's unique. Yeah, let it evolve. See what happens. You know.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll last 30 seconds. Maybe it'll last 30 hours. Maybe you'll have to cancel your show because it's still going on. That's good.
Oh, we got a
Next,
different. Yeah. Oh, but mine's
next.
still running. We're gonna do the slam jam on this channel here. Yeah. Next we got the Magus Gustav Salas. Yo, who's been crushing it on the Monday nights. I loved your concept with the bring an original piece and bring that. I've been doing Aesop songs. I got another Aesop cover for this Monday. Like, and I love
Yeah,
hearing some of my favorite people's poems like over that. Like, that's truly magic you create every Monday, and I appreciate you for it, man.
I
Cheers,
love it.
brother.
I love it. I feel like I learned so much about other poets by what they bring other than what they've written. I love it. So great idea, man.
Cheers. Okay. Greetings, Thomas, beloved poets. Once again, I'm gonna do a cover, an original, and then a cover piece. I'm bringing you something I did last night for New Yo, but I fucked it up on the last lines, and I want to redeem myself tonight by performing it as it should be. This is called Arshagra. Dance on, mad bourgeoisie, you're dancing on the edge of doom. Sisters, old men want to regulate your womb. The party is small government, just big enough to fit in your uterus. I'm not joking around, not trying to be humorous. A lowest common denominator society, full to the brim with false piety. We've been clockwork orange juiced, beaten to a pulp, gorged on first world problems, drowned in a big gulp. Riding that Peloton going nowhere fast. Best savor each breath because it may be your last. Let's get our shit togetherized, battened down and weatherized, warm leather rhetorized, highly fucking organized. People power can run the nation, making change with each creation. Fascist lies are psychic death. Let love for all be our shibboleth. Thank you.
Yo, everybody, unmute yourself and give them
Right,
all the
Vegas.
love for the redemption of such a wonderful fucking poem. Nailed it, bro.
Vegas.
So my second piece tonight, I'm bringing a little news to Thomas from the world of Donald Trump down here at Mar-a-Lago in West Palm Beach. Donald Trump has paid $77 million over the past 2 years to his lawyers, all raised as funds from suckers who paid him money. This song is called Lawyers, Guns, and Money by Warren Zevon. I went home with a waitress the way I always do. How was I to know she was with the Russians too? I was gambling in Havana. I took a little risk. Send lawyers, guns, and money. Dad, get me out of this. Ha! I'm the innocent bystander, but somehow I got stuck between the rock and a hard place, and I'm down on my luck. Yes, I'm down on my luck. Well, I'm down on my luck, and I'm hiding in Honduras. I'm a desperate man, Send lawyers, guns, and money. The shit has hit the fan. All right, send lawyers, guns, and money. Ha! Yeah, send lawyers, guns, and money. Ha! Send lawyers, guns, and money. Hey, send lawyers, guns, and money. Send lawyers, guns, and money. Oh, yeah, 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 send lawyers, guns, and money. The shit has hit the fan. Thank you.
Seth Lloyd
Yeah.
got money's
Yes.
fuck, man.
77 million and counting, right?
Just starting. It's just starting to spend.
Sorta.
Thanks, Gustav.
Oh, I'm a dick. Oh,
Awesome.
oh, you let it. Okay.
I like the introduction to that. All the suckers.
Definitely. Hey, Barrett, before you leave, did Barrett? Oh no, when we see you, my wife has this little bear for you.
It's a little bear.
It's a little bear carved out of I'm not sure what stone that is actually.
I can't remember.
Yeah. It's a very beautiful like aqua blue stone.
Yeah, we got it in the desert.
Yeah, we got it in the desert from these crystal.
It's like jade.
It's not quite jade though. It came from the crystal forest. It might be. Yeah, it came from the crystal forest in Arizona where all the trees had all types of minerals. Crystal. Yeah. Yeah, I'll talk to you later. So I love you. If you would, yeah, if you want, like I'm sure we could slide you up in here and
No, that's cool. I don't want to be that guy who reads a poem and then leaves.
Alright.
But we'll talk tomorrow. For
yeah,
sure.
yeah, I'm gonna hit you up tomorrow, bro. Hey, what's a good time to call you?
I'll text you when I get up.
No, be the guy who reads the poem and leave, because that'd be better than be the guy who leaves and didn't read
Yeah,
a poem.
please. I know. I want him to be the guy that reads the poem and leave, right? Please,
Yeah.
All right.
If ever there was a good side of peer pressure, this is it. Come on, show your love.
Peer pressure.
And
When you say thanks for encouraging my behavior, we're encouraging your behavior.
We're encouraging your
Fucking
behavior.
read a poem before you leave. Be that guy.
I forgot where I heard it, but I'm definitely encouraging some bad behavior.
I got to practice for the slam in New Mexico. So here we go. This one's for you, Paul. Dare not be different, lest ye shall be sedated. Man, fuck the riddling. You got skills. With the force of 10 wills, knowledge spills from you like a quasar of enlightenment until the truth goes supernova. But take care not to bask in your own glory too long, or you might become prone to soul burn. As emotions turn just to go through the motions, I suddenly have the notion that I've been talking to myself. Again. Spinning on my own axis like some perpetually preening planetoid that just happens to orbit close enough to my sun to keep us both barely alive. This struggle to survive eclipses the tides and drowns out the moon, and suddenly I realize that it is far too soon for me to be sharing this all with you. A celestial heavenly body that my comet just happens to be tailing through, but only you take me to those inner spaces of places that I take care not to define, but with the right amount of wine and weed, we might just be able to tap into some basic needs and maybe even feed each other like two opposing black holes with a whole lot of space in between. Have you seen the great white whale or heard the banshee's wail, or have our winds of strange just once again been reduced to yet another great white clearance sail? And will you hail Mary for me if she should actually be able to find herself? Because I just gotta ask, why? Why? Why is the weight of the world on such a lonely girl, hiding in your barn so no one can hear you scream? No one can hear you scream. Yet you scream and I scream. We all scream for ice cream. And these days that makes us all ADHD. But I wonder how much of a dosage they would need to stop the chaotic cycles of the entire Milky Way from coloring outside the lines. And how many times do I got to tell you that orange duck is yellow? I'm fucking colorblind. But we just waste all our time just waiting in line until our stellar rotations just lead to frustrations and self-medication, so we lose orientation to a far greater force of nature. So if you hate your current dosage, then pick up your pen and make it your friend and weave the magic words with me. Fuck the Xanax. You got skills.
didn't even just cut out two. Didn't even stick around for his roses. But we gonna give it to him anyways.
All
Everybody
right,
unmute yourself
yeah.
and give it up for Beowulf.
Boom. That's a mic
Wow.
drop. That's a virtual mic
Wow,
drop.
you good practice. That was awesome. Good practice. Knocking it out of the
He
park.
is so wrapped in his mission. I just really praise him to no end that this path he's gotten himself on, he's going to end up transforming so many other people's lives, right?
Yep,
For
he
real, man.
is.
And he runs all these programs, like you said too. His job's sending him out to go read poetry in Hawaii and
Yeah,
stuff. And
he's
he
been
also
touched
helps
by
with
the calling.
indigenous and in California and
Yeah.
stuff. A lot of the indigenous peoples there, he helps out for and gives them a voice. And yeah, he's an amazing person. I'm proud to call him brother. That's why I read that piece earlier. Yeah, we featured him. So go watch it. Oh yeah, Amadeus. Yes, you will perform. I forgot to add you on the. I seen you come in and I forgot to add you on the list. I've just been lost in this wonderful night of poetry. Amadeus. So just to let you know, the vibe that we're kind of been on a little bit is we had Marianne Taft was gonna feature tonight, but unfortunately her daughter was in a motorcycle accident and is in critical condition. She's been airlifted to a better hospital, so we sent out a bunch of healing
Is
energy
that
and
the
strength.
update? She's in critical? She's not
As of
in a
this
coma?
morning, no, she's not in a coma. She's pretty banged up.
Okay.
But she's at a better hospital now. I haven't got an update from Marianne yet. I'm guessing she's probably arrived by now because she was in Charlotte this morning when I talked to her, and it's not far from Charlotte to the islands there. So, um, but yeah, so
So Marianne's
that's
got to
all.
go. She's living on the island, so she's got to get in. She's got to take a flight and all that to go to be there.
No, no, no.
No, she's in
Marianne lives in
Toronto now.
Toronto. She flew down to go be with her daughter after this
Okay.
accident. Oh, that's right, Cece. I don't know if you showed up after that too, yeah. So we're sending healing energies, strength, Amadeus. I know you're strong. I know you're full of love and healing energies. If you can picture Julia, Marianne Teff's daughter, in this broken state that she's in right now, if you can send her all of your strength and healing energies, I would greatly appreciate that you can spare. Don't hurt yourself too bad, but you can spare. But Amadeus, I know you two are a powerful mind and soul, so if you could help us with this healing process, and for everyone else who showed up afterwards, and if you guys can help us, prayers be with Julia. All right, coming up next, we've got a girl who's near and dear to my heart. Been around since like the first show or two. Made family here. Disappeared, doing life stuff, moving around, just stuff going. But she's not feeling too well right now, so we're gonna go ahead and skip it. But we gonna keep her on the back burner. So coming up next, we would have my man. Is he still here? Yes, he is. Darkman Blues, aka Samuel Rain, aka Complicated Passions, aka my brother from another mother, aka Can you bless us with some words? Right? It's been too long. I missed you. I missed that voice, man. He may have you there? He go sleep on us. He is complicated. All right, so we got two tentatives, and then we're gonna move on to the next. All right, my other brother, Kaz, and Kaz, you spit a piece the other night that was a masterpiece. Like it was insane, bro. Like that last piece you spit, dude. That shit was a masterpiece. And so my wife created a YouTube channel and pretty soon we're gonna be promoting it, and Cozz has a lot he wants to say to the world. So I recommend y'all subscribe. We gonna get this thing going and get this man heard. We might end up crashing on his couch, to be honest. Like we don't really. It might be our first.
Welcome. Y'all welcome here, man. Straight up. Straight up. Word up. Are you ready? Am I up? All right, all right, all right.
I've been born ready, bruh.
Am I still allowed to cover a piece for Marianne?
Oh, that would be that would be wonderful. Yeah, the more Marianne covers, the better. It's her night, you know. We're sending love out.
Absolutely, absolutely. Word. All right. So this is a piece that I'm covering for Marianne in honor of her and her daughter and what they're going through. It's titled Promise. When you are gone, I will be grateful we did not spend our days lamenting the future and raking through our pasts with fine, painful needles, but celebrated every night we shared, weaving icy fears and well-loved dreams into a cloak embroidered with memories to shroud and shelter us together for all time. Thank you. So that's poetry, man. That's poetry, man.
Straight up, bro.
Word. Okay. And now for this next piece, this is a piece of my own. I've performed it once, I believe on Thursday at New Eureka. So it's fairly new. It's titled The Door's Bilingual Window. Una puerta cerrada puede abrir ventanas a un nuevo corredor, ya sea que estés colgado del techo o bailando en el suelo. Es más, llevo la cuenta de cada tuerca y tornillo que almaceno para asegurarme de que mi base sea más estable que antes. Todas las grietas, fisuras y hendiduras serán rellenadas con un énfasis inminente en el cumplimiento de las promesas hechas a estos residentes indigentes. Así que ahora seré la nueva Génesis, el archienemigo de las negligencias del precipicio. Fue una dura imprudencia para acabar con la sensación de impotencia y prometo brindarle el ánimo adecuado en estas instalaciones y emprender un éxodo para reconstruir este edificio. Los bloques que estoy construyendo son para los muchos lotes vacíos llenos de muchos niños sin muchos que curarlos. Quiero ayudarlos a encontrar una sensación de máxima satisfacción. Entonces, a menos que estés tratando de ayudar, simplemente cierra la boca. De alguna manera u otra, todos podemos hacer nuestra parte, coño. Translation. A closed door can open windows to a new corridor, whether you're hanging from the ceiling or dancing up on the floor. What's even more, I'm keeping score of every nut and bolt I store to ensure that my foundation is more stable than before. All the cracks, fissures, and crevices shall be filled with an imminent emphasis on fulfilling the promises to these indigent residents. So now I'm gonna be the new Genesis, the arch nemesis of negligence's precipice, with a harsh recklessness to end the sense of helplessness. I promise to provide the proper pep on these premises, embarking on this exodus to reconstruct this edifice. The blocks I'm building are for the many empty lots full of lots of children without a lot to heal them. I want to help them find a sense of top fulfillment. So unless you're trying to help, just shut your mouth until then. Some way, somehow, we can all do a part, damn it. Thank you.
Thank you. Everybody unmute yourself and give it up for the cosmic Cozzy Coz.
More.
Yeah.
You really got the turn of the language going. That tongue of yours is working beautiful magic with the Spanish language.
And I'm gonna teach him to freestyle.
And this,
Cozzy.
Cozzy has
line in Spanish better than English.
Before I disappear in About a Poet, hopefully I'm gonna catch Zach before I pull out. What y'all don't know is Marianne Tuff, Sidekick, and Cozz were played on a Canadian radio station like 2 days ago. All of them together got selected. Fucking awesome. I sat back and never felt more prouder.
That's 4 of our family members right there on a Canadian.
You gotta put the link in the
Toronto.
chat.
Out of Toronto.
Yeah. Oh, what?
Can you put the link in the chat?
4 of our who was it again?
I'll try
Marianne
to.
Teft.
Well, no, it's been played already, so there's no link I can give.
Oh, the radio station doesn't have an archive?
That part I don't know.
Do some R&D, because I used to do radio, and the archives of my shows were streamed for 2 weeks, and then they disappear. And you could download them if you're the producer before it goes.
Okay, where?
Thanks for that.
So find out who did the show, if it's being archived in the radio station's archive system. And usually, if it's not available to the public, the person who produced the show has the right to go into that system and download it and save it before it disappears.
Okay, word.
Just
Shout
so
out
do
to Marianne
R&D on
Teft
that.
and Taz and Sidekick. Y'all rock, man. Y'all rock. I gotta go.
And then you can bootleg it to all of us.
For the low. I'm gonna sell it for a pack of smokes and some
On the
Kool-Aid.
low.
That's what I'm gonna do.
See you soon, CP.
We don't want that cherry, we want that fruit punch, bro. I love you.
Cozzy,
Man.
you're muted, but
yeah, I had to mute because the feedback on his phone there. But we're going on into the net. Unless Cozzy has something else you wanted to say?
no, I do. He's got the most gifted mind and a heart that's all
I know,
together.
right? Yo, and let me say too, we started a YouTube channel for him, and we might end up sleeping on this couch to like legit. Like I don't know if we're gonna make rent. Like we might just take that and use it in gas and ride out to my boy's house and crash on his couch and start base there and get this thing rolling. Cause you are a superstar. Your vernacular, your rhymes, like especially if I work on that freestyling with you, bro, and I start getting you ciphering and you can think on point like that with them words, and then when you go
he's
to
got
write, you're
cows
gonna
and
be like,
sheep in the backyard. You're gonna have to do some farming. You can't just live there.
oh, have you seen where we live, bro?
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. No.
Oh, okay. I know where he lives. And guess what? It's snowing in the mountains where he lives. But guess what? It ain't as cold as it is here. I'll tell you what.
Sure.
It's actually been warm. It's above freezing right now.
Yeah.
So that's actually like, weirdly. We got a Chinook coming. But yeah. All right. Let's keep this thing rolling. Though. CP,
See if Maddie is still here, because CP's staying around. Maddie's back.
Well, we were going on Zach, and CP actually wanted to hear Zach before he left. So Zach.
Well, now CP has to stay for 2 people.
Yes, no, I can't.
Maddie, are you still gonna read, or are you bouncing, or you come back, or you taking a chill?
Rock out, Zach.
Get it, Zach.
All right, go. Got one quick short one per usual for you.
Weirdest intro ever.
All right, this first one is called Spirit Vomit. Struggling with vibrations of a silent throat, I wrestle it to the ground in hopes of squeezing out the rainbow of my soul, upchucking an inside-out butterfly of ebony, fluttering erratically and upside down towards your face. It slides down your soul's window to the ground, wiping the life force from your cheek. With a smile, you spoke softly. You tried your best. All right.
Wow.
Beautiful.
Mute and give it up for Zach.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, just the
what was that called?
really
Spirit
cool,
vomit?
Yeah.
I fucking love you, bro.
KataLyst
fucking loves you. Like, yo.
And this is wet ink on a page, right? You're not even typing this shit. This is raw. Is that right?
Yep.
Yeah, he's still out.
That's not spirit vomit. That shit still stinks,
I got
bro.
3 banana when I was young.
That shit still stinks, bro. You put that
from the 90s and stuff. I
You
got
gotta-
end to end of wire bound books because I used to never type it until I wrote it first. That was years of that.
Yeah, as hallucinatory as that was, it was really universal too.
Thank you.
All right,
And then this one,
yeah, you get another one.
Yeah, I do. This one, I did yesterday. I'm still working on it. Most of my poems are pretty short. I like to utilize brevity because otherwise I feel like I kind of ramble a little bit. And so this one I feel like I need to pull it together and make it more cohesive. But send me a postcard written in your stray hairs, so I may trace them around the block to a place I might forget you. Lift the floorboards of my heart and find the hidden treasure behind a neon sign. Pull out your fishnet stockings and cast out a line, and I won't resist the hook. You'll catch me right in the jaw, then release me back to the sea, with the scars to prove your existence. I'll bear it like the mark of Cain, so everyone knows where and what I was. Then I'll paint that shit gold and allow it to become a badge of honor, because the past may shape me, but it will never guide me. I am the hammer, the anvil, and the steel. You, everyone, and everything else are just fuel for my flames. I'll place the postcard, all your letters, and my mistakes in that forge. And with each swing of my hammer, I'll smile as I strike me. Everything will get folded in. When the final product arrives on my deathbed, everyone will see past that mark and see only me.
Yo, unmute and give it up for Zach. Bro, that shit was dope, son.
And more.
Yeah, Zach, great work.
That
Good.
was awesome. To see and be
Yeah.
seen, to hear and be heard, to love and be loved.
Hey.
I appreciate y'all.
We
Thank
about
you.
here.
Thank you.
Alright, so we're gonna keep this thing going. Cause we got 4 more people on the open mic list. For round 1, by the way. And then we might do a round 2. Either way, it's open room all night. I'm gonna leave the room open until the last man standing who's a host that can make a host. I don't know how we figured that one out. But yeah. So coming up next, we've got my brother from a much more gray mother. I only got half a gray beard right now. He's the other half of my gray. Hey, CC, you gonna rent a car and meet us out at CP Maze's house and lay down some tracks?
Yeah, I'm open to miracles. Let's see what happens when. Send me the info and we'll see what happens. If the stars say be there, then
You'd be a
I'll
lot
hitch a
cooler
ride on
if
that
it did,
star.
man. Yeah, man. All right, cool. Yeah. If you could bless us with some words, some whatever you got, man, I would appreciate it,
Yeah,
brother.
well, what I got was way back when there was nothing but open mics you had to go to. There was a regular poet at Stone Soup. Her name was Joanna Nealon, and she was blind. She could see, and then when she was 17, she went blind. She married a blind man who got blinded in the war, and they had 4 seeing daughters. And she was an amazing person. So during my years there, I was so in love with the open mic. I took a camera and I started an actual camera back then and started photographing all the poets that came to open mics, just still shots, headshots. And that became known as a photography project called In the Key of Listen. And then the photography project. And then I started writing portrait poems of poets. And then they were the first time ever in my life that I destroyed what I wrote. Because when you write a poem about a person, and some of them were like some of these most beautiful people that I know, but others were young, and then 3 or 4 or 5 years later, it's like, holy fuck, what am I doing? It's like immortalizing somebody, and I didn't know what to do as an artist with that kind of responsibility, because people could turn and they could end up hurting somebody, or you find out something, and it's like do I have a right to do that? So that's just a story about where the In the Key of Listen portrait poem manuscript came from. And it also, one of them is Jan Kerouac and Jack Kerouac, and that got me in a documentary, that story. But this is, I decided I didn't know what to read or what to do with hearing about Marianne and her daughter. And then I wanted to just kick something free. So I just went into my filing cabinets back 25 years, and this poem fell out, and another one. So I'm going to do those. This is called Joanna Nealon in the Key of Listen. It's a portrait poem written back 2001, over 20 years ago, about a blind poet who used to come to an open mic. She, vision. A vision relative to what all of us could bring into view. Still, with her eyes closed, you may look at her and here be completely disabled by your ability to know she, as she is, here, seeing you. Oh, you may not be able to take a single step of humility here without falling to your knees, praying to understand her living tour de force. Are you standing on this world solid? Are you sure? Are you unable to praise nothing? Will you please hear this light now here upon her laughter? She would be the first to say she is no better nor less fortunate than any other on this world. Now compare with her love your strength of sight. Read what can be read by her illuminating writings. Feel the peace upon your hands, now a paper, wait, inhale, and smell her warm laughter on the winds of insight, landing in the heart of your own darkness. And understand now, walk, now, walk. Oh, what she lives, what she lives, what she lives. Oh, she's with misfortune's understanding enough choices to see for us. Come here, go ahead now. Close your eyes for her. Imagine your vision hers. Come away now. Look for the missing gratitude on your pupils. Own the selfishness of vision. Hear as you cannot see. Awaken. Awaken all. Awaken all you cannot see of yourself. Now close your eyes, stand up, and walk. Joanna Nealon in the Key of Listen. And this one here, I pulled out. This one goes back about 25 years. It's called The Cry. I don't know, somehow I felt this was for Marianne. Although what I want to do is, after this is all over, I want to just do a freestyle in the recording and give it to her, because I think that it's so sacred that it needs to come from that kind of place. But that's another story. The Cry. The touch of love makes people cry. The woo and swooning. The unforgivable unlocking. No reason could explain this key. No logic could verify the doorway here. The tears coming. The droplets swell and release, falling from eyes of insight bleeding. Rare moments of eventful, compassionate compression, especially the simplest ones. Soft, the voice of being love, comes exercising an undeniable feeling. The touch, beyond physicality experiencing, we are these tears in the transcendence of the cry. So one of the reasons I thought that was because there have been times in my life where I was, by the bedside of somebody who wasn't awake but not dead. And for some reason, those two made me feel for her in this. And love to you, love strong there. Mortality is a strange gift and love is greater. So that's for her.
And I feel all of our light and our healing and our love and our strength will shine through because we're across the world right now, right? So at some point our waves are being cast out and hopefully they affect Julia in a good way and that she's yeah, my wife kind of like I can do the math. Trust me, it's working. Like we got this. Yeah. So thank you all for being a part of this fucking healing process. In the time I need, right?
Thanks, CC.
Yeah, and
It was really, you centered in on things about perception that were really instructive and revealing to me.
definitely. Yeah, and so everybody unmute and give it up for CC Arshagra.
Thank you, Zizi.
Wow, oh my God. That was amazing.
I love that my mom had to stick around just to hear
CC.
CC, the rest of CC in English. Yeah. Good night, mama. I love you. All right, so we got 3 more open micers here on the round 1 list. And then we probably gonna start up at round 2. And then, like I said, whether I'm here or not, it's Friday night. Oh, HP gotta do. We may hop back on, hopefully. Okay, so we have 2 open micers left on the round 1 list, and then we're gonna spark a round 2. And like I said, it's not only open minds, open mic, it's also open room. So I'm gonna make whoever everybody left when I'm ready to sleep or everybody that KataLyst says she gonna be working on the computer. She hears some room, boom, enter in, host. You know, you can let people in. We gonna keep this space open for y'all to just chill. I think a few of y'all stuck around last Friday pretty after I passed out. So yeah, that's what we doing now on Fridays. It's open mic, open room, all right? But before we get to that, I have to mention something quickly, Faizan, before you fucking do this poem. Um, my wife had cut the last show and uploaded all the poems or whatever. Um, but then when she uploaded the whole show, we got like a universal, copyrighted frame because of your background was playing season 1, episode 3 of some show. And so when you go to
Oh shit,
read,
I'm sorry.
that's fine. That's fine. Unless you don't want to be on YouTube. But if when you go to read, can I'm sure you have artwork you can put behind it, or you like to share screen too that works. So can we? Oh yeah, or I got a better idea. Hold on, cause you're a fucking doctor. Doctor's in the house, dude. Yo, hold up. All right, how do I do that, babe?
He just needs to have some background
No,
that
no,
doesn't
check this
have any
out.
copyright problems. That's
Well,
all.
what there is
'Cause
there.
it makes work for KataLyst.
Yeah,
That's all.
no. So check this out. Oh, y'all gonna love this. How many people on screen we got right now? I remember that we got like 3 or CC for. I'm gonna go with 6. Because if you guys want to join us in this, um, when we do it this way, it's just white behind you, and so
Oh
there's
my
no.
God.
And now we're all sitting at this
Okay.
table. So, anybody else who wants to join us at the table and listen to Dr. Faizan, you're welcome to join.
This is very
Faizan,
strange.
if you could bless us with some words, I'd appreciate it, brother.
Thank you. Well, just FYI, I mean, my current background is like, it's just an AI generated thing. Like, there's no copyright. Um, yeah, like,
Well,
yeah.
dang.
So I
Well,
I don't
me
really
and my
care
wife
about.
thought about this though, but
Hmm.
so we're doing it anyways. I don't care if there's copyright behind you. We thought of this and we're sticking Stone Cold Steve Austin. I'm owning it. Like whatever, right? Like
All right. Okay. I wonder if we can change the environment though. Can we be like underwater or something?
all right. Oh, you don't like the office chairs? Okay,
I
okay.
mean,
Hold on. Let's see what we got here.
hmm.
There's not much.
Well, no, it's all good. It's all good.
I'm not at the table.
Don't worry
Why
about
am
it.
I not surprised? That's okay.
Because you don't have your video on. You gotta be
at
at
the
the.
table.
You gotta have your video on to be in the table.
I'm still not at the table.
Hold on, I can fix that. I could drag you down to the table. I think.
I have my video off. You can knock me out. Put him in.
Hold on.
No, it's I am having fun. Yeah, it is all good.
You're enjoying
I
this.
would prefer not to be at the table.
Whoa, whoa,
no,
turn-
I'm at the
what do you mean
table.
you would
I
prefer not to
feel
be
this
at-
immense responsibility.
Hey, the doctor is in the room. He's at the head of the table. He's
Am I?
yeah. Or I don't know. Where are you on your screen?
Oh, I'm on the left.
I mean,
That's all
close
good. This is fine. Yeah, okay. Thank you guys so much.
I also see you at the left.
Nemo, turn your video on. You gotta see. Ah.
All right. Okay. So yeah, okay. So this piece, yeah, I'm just gonna start. This piece is called "Please Leave Me Alone Now." 1. Your emotional bunker is leaking. Good thing you have no one to drink in the radioactivity while trying to staunch the wound. No, stop lying. It's not a good thing. You say you can't sleep, but you won't haul yourself away to bed until you're wide awake. The evenings are blind. The mornings you grind down with flattened pink #2 pencil eraser right to the metal shaft scrape. Don't you remember the reason? Here's your prompt for this life. Communicate. Don't just mean, say it. Say what you don't mean. Write what you can't say, what you won't. You are not only the river of flow you wish were every waking moment of existence, and not just immersed here inside pages of white space. 2. A thunderous explosion rattles your windows. Do you A. Keep writing? B. Peek outside nonchalantly to see the beginnings of nuclear apocalypse, shrug, and go back to writing? C. Grab your emergency bag you packed explicitly for this purpose, close your window, and jump because it's so much cooler in your head to jump like you're Keanu Reeves or some shit with glass shattering around your perfect landing before you run into the chaos. Open your bag, take out your weapon of choice, and start writing. Or D. All or none of the above is impossible, so to split yourself into a state of perpetual quantum uncertainty so that one part of you dies and another fucks around and still another maniacally cooks yourself dinner, humming as the world burns around you while another sets your head on ice so you think you can think straight. Another is totally zen, just meditating the moments away, anticipating oneness all at once until the door swings open and you are seen just writing and wasting away until a hand wrenches you out. 3. Beyond the notions of capitalism and communism and fascism and nihilism, there's a field. I'm sorry, though. I can't meet you there. You know what I'm doing. Words are not all I crave. My drug of choice is meaning. 4. Please, don't leave me alone just because I asked you to. I'm trying to tell you something. Just hold on. Wait. Let the world end itself. My climactic twist is nigh. Please, I need chaos and cacophony to concentrate. Will you write me off already?
Fucking A, Faizan. Everybody unmute and give it up for the doctor himself, Dr. Faizan.
My drug of choice is meaning.
That was awesome.
Wow. Beautiful, man.
My drug of
Beautiful.
choice is
Off
meaning.
the
I need
back.
that on a. That's another thing I need on a plaque on my wall. It's something you can say to people to back them off too. You know, people come at you with nonsense so much every day. You can just say that too.
That's true. Thank you. I appreciate that. But yeah, I definitely feel the same way. All right, okay. I have another one. This is called The Immolator's Tongue. I smoke for the company of ghosts who churn under pools of light, dip low to touch my feet, and abandon the void they crawled out of to scatter into that dearth of knowing that I've swayed to this world's breath before, ogled at this silhouette of air as you roam undaunted by the sudden rain, that I've already worn these feet and tongue the sweet hush of molten lips, that I've teethed this pliant flesh and risen unscathed atop this asphalt canopy. I clipped moth wings and periwinkle petals to fold into the pages of a book you cracked open only once. What made you shiver, if not the silence soaked into your ribs? Which carcasses must we ignite to sate the gods we've collected like namesakes and buried as moon seeds beneath our bloody roots? To settle like ashes, to undulate like oceans of ecstatic bodies, to sway like the starlit arms that once held us. I cast a veil of black twilight over the lives I once lived, and feign memory to lull myself awake. Still, the day haunts me. Alone with these walls, I crave ethereality, and yet, as time disperses, the spaces I left behind begin to brim with sound. I remember frostbite at the razor edge, skin poised to speak. I miss how you danced to a silent rhythm, stretched your body into the ripples of a pond's facade, and transcended to become this language, this shadow set aflame before the page.
Yo, I think I could speak for everyone here, but Faizan, when you perform, I don't hear your voice in my ears. I hear it down my spine, like in the base of my neck and just tickling down my spine in the way and the urgency and like it's almost uncomfortable, but you love it, you know? Like it's fucking it's so dope, bro. Like, my wife, KataLyst wants to make a cartoon out of you. Can we make your life into a cartoon? Like, yeah, a whole series,
Wait,
Dr.
what?
Faison and the adventures of,
A cartoon?
yeah, like just make you a
I'd like to
fucking,
see it.
right? That would be a
But
cool
yeah.
fucking show, right? Like, fuck yeah.
I mean,
That
I've
wouldn't
thought
be
of
for kids or
making
nothing, but like, fuck, that would be cool, man. Like,
I've thought of making anime about
yeah,
people I know. Yeah,
that would be
that'd be
cool, man.
fun.
We need to do
KataLyst,
that.
can KataLyst do animation? Is that what you're saying? Because I have a project. I have a serious project
Yeah,
that almost
I could
made it.
set her up
Oh,
to
you
do it.
do?
Have her call me because I had a project that was on its way to Adult Swim.
What?
But it got,
Oh,
but yeah,
cool.
but the pandemic hit, and then
That's amazing.
my contact who was going
I
to make the appointment.
Well,
I know a few
what I'm
animators
trying
too.
to do is I'm trying to make visual poetry videos. That's what I'm trying to do, and I want to make animated ones. I use AI, but I feel like, yeah. I mean,
Hey, but hey,
that
but hey,
that
whatever.
sounds really cool. But
Yeah,
anyways, thank you
definitely.
guys
Yo,
so much
CC,
for
I'm gonna
listening.
be hitting you up soon. We gotta do that podcast. I'm gonna start recording them soon because I want to have like 8 episodes recorded and then like scheduled to release. So then I have like 2 months to like record some more. I want to bang out like 2, 3 a day. Like whenever I get my free days, I want to be 2, 3 hour conversation with someone, trim it up, throw it on, get it ready to rock, and then schedule them. So, Cece, you're getting a call from me, and I want to hear about that anime thing. We can either do it on the podcast or a different time. I'd rather not do it on the podcast because, yeah.
It's out there. It's a different thing. It's a longer story, but it's
But who
more
the
like
fuck we talking to? Like,
the
I got
vision.
you, man.
The vision was to go somewhere like Midnight Gospel. I don't know if you ever saw that
Oh, I
on
love
Netflix.
Midnight Gospel. Yo, you ever watch Off the Air? Like,
Oh man, I love
trust me, man,
that.
I got you, dude. Yo, coming up next though, we got uh, uh Amadeus. Good morning. Welcome to Open Minds. Amadeus. I love you. If you could bless us with some words, some art, some whatever you got, I would appreciate it. Oh, and let me get us out of this crazy ass room here. Hold on. Here we go. Leave emergency. Okay, there we go. Did it leave for everybody? Are we all out of that room? Did we make it out of the fucking office room? Okay. Alright, cool. Yeah, Amadeus, if you could bless us with some art, I'd appreciate it, bro. No, we can't hear you at all. I heard just now like a little.
All I'm hearing is static.
Yeah, it's like he's trying to mess with the headphone jack or something. It's not working. Or...
I hear running water.
That's. Oh wait, say something again.
Oh, hear me.
Amadeus, you're breaking up.
All right.
Now you're clearer. Try
All
again.
right. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Pretty clear now. Still a little bit of popping.
It sounds like a microphone cord that's not jacked right. That's the kind of static it has.
Yeah, it sounds like if you're using headphones
All
or
right.
not.
Hear me, guys. Can you hear me?
Yep.
All right. So I apologize for that, for having some technical difficulties. I just came from a class earlier, and this is the reason why I haven't been attending open minds. And I'm currently taking a master's. So anyway, the piece that I would be performing, it is in dedication to Marianne Theft. So the title of the piece is called Time Can Never Be Redeemed. From the past, I've made fruitless of my time, squandering which was never mine, abusing the grace that was and is so kind, the grace that conceal fatal consequences, unwittingly made me blind. Young and naive, thinking everything can be redeemed. And I didn't care for anyone or anything, so I did things like I had nothing to lose, making me think I can just take anything. And it all turns out it was just a ruse. It took me a long time to see this. Reason why now I make us lost from me now found. But the one thing I look and never can get, forever and shall be my greatest regret, that no amount of success I gain, time will always remind me of that pain, because time can never be redeemed. Thank you.
Wow, what a piece, Amadeus. Thank you. And hey, congratulations on the masters, man. I
Yeah,
hope
what school?
you
What
ace
school?
everything. Yeah,
What are you?
like
What
what are you
program are you
mastering
in?
in? You amazing
So,
being.
Awesome poem.
Yeah, what are you studying? What's your
all right, so I graduated political science during my college days, and I'm currently taking masters in public administration.
Oh,
And
good for you.
after I graduate, I plan to take another master's, which is criminal justice.
Wow. Wow.
So
So basically, you're gonna change your country. You're gonna like make everything better for all your people. Like, I love you, bro.
What's your
service?
what's
You
your
wanna go into
country?
civil service?
What are the politics in your country, and where are you?
So I'm from the Philippines.
Treat us like we're
the-
ignorant. We don't know. Do you have running water? Because there are people in America they've seen one picture of the Philippines and they think everybody lives that way. So give us a little.
No.
Make us less stupid, please.
Okay, so Philippines, as you're all aware, it is a democratic country, and Yes, we do have running water. And pretty much, Philippines, sad to say, it is a third world country. And right now, there's been a lot of going on, like the battle between the boundaries between the South China Sea. Have you ever heard of that? It's a controversial news right now in the Philippines, and the former president and the current president are in argument right now, and the former president is accusing the current he's been taking illegal drugs. So anyway, drugs was a big
it's about the
They
trade
both
routes
are
in the
doing
end.
drugs, man. Yeah, they're both doing drugs. You
Well,
can't.
yeah, I think the
president
South.
sanctioned extrajudicial killings. So
Yes.
and he's
Yeah.
and isn't the
Had
current
hit
president a
squads,
descendant
bro.
of Marcos?
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
government hit
besides
squad.
that, excuse me. Besides that, at the time when President Duterte was at his leadership, the extrajudicial killing really went high but it paid off it paid in a good way because 50% the crime went down 50%. So a lot of drug dealers were scared at the time during his reign. Right now, Marcos, we're not feeling that same presence, but it's okay. So
it's about the trade routes, though. As far as the South, this is where they got American ships out there too, right?
Yeah, it's China incursion. China trying to basically, kick the U.S. influence out. They're going to have a hard time trying to get it out of the Philippines.
Oh, they didn't have a hard time getting into Wisconsin. I don't know if you bought the $3 billion they gave Wisconsin to build a Chinese factory in America, so we can make suicide nets made in the USA.
Yo, check this out, bro.
That would piss me
Honestly,
off. Sorry,
they've been lining up in BC, and the things they actually have military bases in BC and stuff. Like I'm waiting to wake up one morning and look over the mountains and seeing Canada be invaded by the PLA. Like that's how they've been setting up base over here.
Well,
I'm gonna join the PLA. I'm gonna be like,
as poets who deal with politics, I think. Well, one of my perspectives is just one lone person on the planet Earth here, belonging to a species that's failing. That's a joke, maybe not. Is that when capitalism is got no bridle to it, then the democracy and the republic shrinks, and when Wall Street is trying to actually follow China, because China, if you take capitalism and you put it inside China, they never have to ask the people what to do. But if you take American capitalism and you take the people out of it, it actually aspires to China because it's easier, and that's what happened in Africa.
Well, that's why they outsource everything.
So when China plays American banking games, so it's George Carlin said that he wanted to stay alive long enough to watch China win this stupid little game called 0-1 in decimal.
Here, how about this? Hold on, Sissy, I'm gonna stop you right there. How about we get to this last open micer, and then we're gonna shut the recording off and go into after hours.
Oh, good, that was recording.
Further. Yeah.
Okay. Fuck you, China.
And I ain't trying to get banned. Yeah, fuck you, China. Just for I don't want to get banned on YouTube. We already had to stop one because Faizan had the video, and he's like, "Oh, this one's on it," but yeah. Anyways, so
Hey Thomas, can I just say one thing before you move to the next? Is that okay?
Yeah, be political though.
Be political.
I'm only kidding.
That was the plan, CC. Do you realize we have become noblesse oblige? Think about that.
Explain noblesse oblige.
Noblesse oblige. That's from the French, when there were peasants and there was a ruling class, and those were the only two classes. And the ruling class couldn't wash its own chamber pots, so they had to make sure that the servant class was taken care of. It was their duty and their responsibility, and it was noblesse oblige, the obligation of nobility.
That's where toilets came from, because the rich, when they had to shit out the window,
you would have to toilet. Cuéntamelo. Come on, get your
Fifi, you are not stealing my point. You're not stealing my point.
I'm not.
You're
I'm
going
not.
off in
I'm not.
another
I was
direction.
okay.
My
Okay,
point
go
is
ahead.
that China is now the nobility and we are the servants. We have become noblesse oblige. Think about that.
Yes, I do. A little too often. And then I try to come up with a comedian that makes me laugh.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, I have a very good
Thank you,
friend of
Thomas.
mine who is
Thank you,
no
Whisper.
problem. I have a very good friend of mine who is personally my favorite comedian. Um, but not only my favorite comedian, he's my favorite crow. He's my favorite fog. He's my favorite stub toe. He's my favorite splinter. He is none other than Frog Corpse.
Ni hao, motherfuckers. Welcome to capitalism. All right. The one thing that'll never die. Never.
Yes, it will.
No. Not as long as bullion is seen as fucking a valuable asset. And just as gems are, capitalism will always reign because we have to buy to be complacent because we are slaves to our own idiocy.
I'm a dreamer and I never stop dreaming and I'm working on it. So join my dream and there's room to breathe there.
I feel the summer's heat lurking on my skin. All farewell to you, my friend, until we meet again. I peered into the sky as it struck me down. A cask of sweat lay to thee, wiping from my brow. And as I gazed to ponder, holding on to words, to dream that little dream, my eyes' picture starts to blur. The water quickly came, as so did my buzz. Cup half empty, laid face first, writhing in disgust. Then the waters ran, as the flowers bloomed. Heads grow sick like this trick when drowning in the gloom. Let me see what this one is. All right. Trying to pull this one up real quick too. All right. All right. Almost have it. Since this is a shitty ass election year, and both parties can go fuck themselves. Yes, I said it officially. Can go fuck themselves. This is an acrostic. It's called Patriot for the Pointless. An ode to George Carlin. We think too little and feel too much. Engineering eras built towards indifference, lying to ourselves, living in a fast-paced world, emptying pockets to even the odds, thriving on slow patience, opting for prejudice rather than compassion. Under American sky, we are driven by greed. Respect is only given to the highest bidder. Selfishness is rewarded as carrying costs. Even in these times, we deny humanity a voice. Living in the moment, we scroll past memories, venerating valuables rather than character, encroaching borders while locking doors, separating views while dividing values, deepening debt to profit from poverty. Oppression governs by the red, white, and blue dick we're all getting fucked by, warring for minerals and battling for bullion, neglecting the opportunity to grow. Drop our programs, raise our taxes, overlook liberties and underhanded deals, narrow our laws while narrowing our minds, telling tall tales in short sentences. We carry big dreams and carry small wallets. Election day is near. The acrostic reads out, we let ourselves down, don't we? I got one more.
Please hit us.
Escape roll breeds the sand. Your pretentiousness is subjective. We write in the early sun, to awake my intuitions as the pen and ink carry on. Dead eyes are staring, leering from the dark, and let me fall. It's now evident on how you've given up. Misery of precious stares, will we bleed the sand? Enraged by the silence, forgotten always am, as seasons become its blazing, thrushing of grasses captured, the elliptical corona. Relax, take a deep breath. Paths now divided, exhaling future. Oh, brother, we're so different. You went right, I go left, leaving forever the house we lived in. Dead birds cling, finding ways to kill these feelings. On hallowed earth, those buried memories of long ago are not far off from a yesterday, and they're better off entombed.
Fuck yeah, bro. Everybody unmute yourselves and give it up for Frogg.
Thank you for being
Fuck,
who you are.
Frogg. God damn it.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Word.
Admiration.
You know what I really love about you, Frogg? And Thomas, I learned this New Year's Eve. Right? New Year's Eve.
Yeah, that was so
You
much
are,
fun.
I know it was awesome. But
Yeah,
Frogg,
we
you're
gotta do that again.
just relentlessly and bitingly honest.
Yeah. That's why I fucking love. I could sit there and talk to Frogg for like 4 hours and not even realize it. And I looked out at my phone, I'm like, holy fuck, it's like 3 a.m., brother.
And you're a dark motherfucker too, man.
He is, but he's not though, too, at the same time. Like the
Yeah,
beauty that
I
he
hear that.
like it's like
It's
Frogg.
it's in the
Frogg,
art.
how many photos have you taken in the last month?
Who,
Oh,
me?
fuck, man. Probably 660.
Wow.
At least 320, at least.
Oh man.
Yo, he
What are
he
you
has like
photographing?
tens of thousands of photographs of just like everything, but
Do you
just
do
with
gallery shows,
the
photography art
eyes of
shows?
Frogg. Man.
No, I do my art for me. Like,
It's just for him. Yeah, he doesn't share it anywhere either. It's
like,
just
I
like
wasn't.
I'll say this. I have like over 40,000 photos. I think people have only seen maybe about 500-ish. I mean, I like to share them, but like I don't go out and like photograph them, frame them, or anything like that, poster them up.
Do
I know
you
it's
have all
weird.
the metadata on every one?
Yeah, I know it's weird, but it's like I think that gallerizing my work is a waste of time because
There's
I
only
don't
one. There's only one.
I don't want to stand personally in a room with people and another fucking four doors. If I'm gonna go out to go somewhere, I'm gonna go out to go somewhere. Like I want to be in the fucking woods, outdoors. I don't want to be in another building crunched up with fucking
dude, you would
people.
love it up
Going
here
like,
in
hey,
Alberta,
would you like
man.
to look at the fucking work? And it just sits there and rots because nobody can afford it anyways. Or they don't want to fucking pay because they're tightwads. So I'm like, yeah, that's counterproductive. I'd rather just do what I like to do and create and
Yeah.
then go about my business. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah.
Go
There,
about my
there is
business.
a world of understanding the difference between somebody who buys art and somebody who's a collector, and a collector with a heart and soul that only buys what it is they believe in. And out of all the places on earth I've ever heard about, as far as photography and art goes, Cologne in Germany has probably the most galleries that are dedicated to photography than any place I've ever heard of on earth, as far as concentrated independent galleries. And it's not like Santa Fe where 3 million people there a year go to this one place on the earth just to buy art. I mean, it's that much of a mecca for galleries down there, and a lot of artists live down there. And of course, the real estate always fucking ruins everything, but still, yeah. I mean, artists being their own marketer managers is the bane of sometimes the arts. But if you found someone to do that and you trusted their soul, then then just keep doing what you're doing and don't become a businessman of your own art, but don't give don't give up the rights to have anybody sign anything or own anything that you don't want to.
Yeah, and I
Because
I
the
do agree.
archives are a big deal, but
Yeah, I
it's
do
it's
I
the
do
pain of a lot
agree.
of artists. Most of us poets here, the thousands that we know, what
Hey, CC, I'm gonna have to stop you there real quick because I'm gonna stop the recording. We're gonna continue on with a round two and an after hour show. Uh, thanks for watching. If y'all want the rest, y'all gotta show up. Be with the best. We love you. Bless.